Good morning. About had a dog cat fight for a second right when I went live. That's how I want to start my morning. How is everybody? Kind of mellow so far this morning. I'm working on it though. Let's see what's going on here. Give us a little. Oh, I'm not even here today. So we're all here right now. We got J and J. Hello, Jody. Hello, Dave. Hello. Hey, John. How's it going, man? It's good to see you bright and early this morning. Wabash Nate. Hey, how you doing, Nate? It's gonna get cold, buddy. Just stock the firewood and get the long johns out. It's gonna get cold this weekend. Okay, that's Chris M. How you doing, buddy? Oh, I bet, Nate. I'm not leaving the house once it gets below, I don't know, 20. I'm done. I don't leave unless I have to. Be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm dragging this morning. Oh, I was up. I don't know, after midnight, I think. So I really ain't got that much sleep yet. Oh yeah. Probably fall asleep during this show, to be honest with you. 80 and thunderstorms. 80's hot. I sweat when it's 80. I'm more at 70. I'm okay with. You can keep 80. Thunderstorms, I'd pass on them, actually. Although Florida gets cool thunderstorms, they got a lot of lightning. I used to live down there in the summer with my cousin, and it was cool. The storms would come rolling in and the lightning. Because living here, with tornadoes and stuff, just watching thunderstorms come in, it's not a big thing to me. Unless they start spinning at the top, then you kind of have to get worried. Rowdy Roll, good morning to you. Name doesn't look familiar, but I'm sure you've been around before. Oh yeah, John. There ain't no way I'd go fishing as much lightning. That's what you guys get, a lot of lightning down there. Yeah, I wouldn't even go out on the lake if it was a thunderstorm there. Yep. The newness of the new year is pretty much wore off, hasn't it? Nobody's like, "Oh, Happy New Year!" And 2 weeks in, it's like, "Oh crap, it's just another year." Maybe it wasn't going to be as great as I thought it was. Who knows? Same stuff, different day, actually. I didn't even think about any topics to talk about today. I did took Dad for a ride out in the car the day before yesterday. Went for a couple hour drive out through the country and stuff. You got 3 day weekend, Nate? Heck yeah. You pulled that off. Oh, but took that off. I went out around the couple reservoirs that I fish at and stuff, and probably the last 30 minutes or so, you could tell he was ready to go to house. He'd had enough. So I know next time that, an hour and a half is probably plenty. Hey, good morning, Rustic. How are you today? Let me see something here. Hey, Rowdy, are you a friend of John's? Oh, shoot. What'd they do? Did I miss Squirrel? Did I miss the Squirrel, man? I think I must have if he came in. I don't see him anywhere. Anyway, hey, Squirrel. Squirrel. There he is. Thunder and lightning woke you up, Ressick. Wintertime, got thunder and lightning where you're at. That's crazy. Although, last year was the first time I ever heard of it or seen it. We had a snowstorm with lightning in it. And pretty much convinced that it's the end of the world when you start seeing lightning and snow. I'd never seen it before. Nope. Hold on, Rustic. Thunder and lightning. Oh, I seen that. Woke you up. You mean the one before that? Let's see. Oh, way up there. Oh, no, that's John's right there. Hold on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's wild, John. A hat hook that was hanging in the rearview mirror. Wow. Boy, I made that freak you out right when it first starts happening, didn't it? Wow. Yeah, Rustic, I seen your one about the thunder and lightning and woke you up. Yep. That's what got me on the topic of the snow and the having snowstorm with lightning in it. Hi, Jamaica. How you doing, man? It's good to see you this morning. Oh, I got something going on my other one here. Let's see. Bam, there it is. That's better. Okay, we have had. We used to have that happen. Oh, wait, where are we at here? I missed John. Hold on, it's going too fast for me again. It's early. Thunder snow. That's cool. Had a keychain hanging from the hook. Okay. Oh, I bet it was a bad scene, dude. There's no doubt in my mind. Pearl going to get a lot of good treats today. I don't know what's been going on this week, man, but I just been tired all week. I need to get some exercise. I know what's wrong with me. And I'm just too darn lazy to get out and do it. Well, I don't belong to the gym or nothing, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, I need to get out and do some stuff. Just looked like I did they give her some pain medicine, did they, John? Good morning, Dallas. In case I missed you, I can't remember. I'm trying to see if I. Oh man, it's gonna be a long morning. We went to 16-ounce Red Bull today, boys, girls. We're not doing real well. I got a question. Got Uncle Lou Rod spinning rod with a decent sized spinning reel on it, and I lined it with braid. I don't know if I like it or not. Yeah, gonna work out with a guy named Jim, I hope. What's y'all's opinion on braid on a spinning reel? I've never really used much of a spinning reel besides an ultralight for bluegill, so I don't know the difference. But if I remember correctly, it seemed real noisy when it cast. Oh yeah, is that tonight, is it, John? Okay, cool. That's all you use, John? Okay, cool. I'm all right then. And beans how it's a catfishing pole. It's got, I think, 60-pound braid on it. Thank you, Jamaican man. I appreciate it. And if you type your first name in, I know what to call you that way. If you want to, you don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, some people, never say their real name online or something, but I'm not like that. I'm not real picky. My first name's Brian, my real name. But oh, Jerry. Okay, cool, Jerry. That'll work. All my friends call me the Bugman or Bugman here around here. It was Buggy when I was little, and then as I got older, it progressed to the Bugman. That's where the name comes from. And the 22 comes from, that's been my dirt bike number on my dirt bike since 1973. I think it was my first motorcycle. Yeah, Jerry, that's Brian with a Y. Mine's spelled the right way. Hey, Nate, is that spinning pole you're talking about? Because I got braid on everything but my low profile bait caster. I think it's got mono on it. It's only got 14-pound mono, though. It's not. Oh, I mean, I suppose I could land a decent sized channel cat with it if I had to. I'd just have to work the drag real well. Kind of nice and quiet in here, isn't it? This is a rarity. One morning of the week it's quiet like this, and it's when I do this show right here. Yeah, that makes sense, John. Yeah, you got to drag them through it. Brown braided line. And this one's on a Uncle Lou spinning rod. I hadn't seen many of those. And I was at CatCon last year, and Mike Murillo, I traded this for 2 PC Fun reels for this rod, for this fishing rod. And Mike Murillo, I was getting ready. I wasn't getting ready to leave. I had been there for a while, and he sent Curtis over with that reel and told him to give it to me to put on that rod. I thought that was really cool. Looks like a broom handle. Well, we do know it'll land 100-pound blue for sure. Actually, it'll land a 220-pound sturgeon also. After I got bait casters, I don't think I'll ever go back to anything else. I got the spinning rod just because I haven't seen many Uncle Lou spinning rods around. And I thought, well, I'm gonna snag that while I can. And I use 20 on my rigs, drop lines or whatever you want to call them, from the main line down. The one thing about it, you don't hold on to that braid and break it. If you got to break it off, you're in trouble. I had to wrap a stick around it. Thumbs up number 10 by Dial the Land. Ah, cool, man. Thank you for the thumbs up. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Bugman's morning show that don't really have a name because I haven't thought up one yet. And it never has a topic because that would entail forethought and planning, and I haven't got that far in life yet. Lock your bell and back up, huh? What? I don't know. I know I actually got a stick that I put in my tackle box I found one day on the beach because I couldn't get it to break. I mean, I tried everything I could do, and I didn't want to, like use it, lock the bell and back up. I didn't want to, do that to my reel because I didn't know if it hurt the reel or not. So I just gave it some slack and wrapped it around that stick. And then, like you said, I started backing up, and I didn't think it was ever going to break. 2 inches of rain? You're kidding me. Rustic, you're not far from Danny Stone, are you? Wow, that's wild. I figured you'd be getting snow right now. Yeah, John, I think you're right, man. You could. Yeah, that's the idea. Get the leader to break first, but I think what I was snagged on was something happened from. Oh God, I'm so drawing a blank this morning. From the leader back, I think it got tangled up somehow. I don't know, but I know it was. I was like, I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm like, oh my God, I can't get this to break. And I thought I gotta wrap it. I looked in my truck. I didn't have any screwdrivers and to wrap it around, so I finally found a nice stick out, and that's about that big around probably, and wrapped it around it. Good morning, Uncle Lou. How are you? We were just talking about catching big fish on Uncle Lou rods, but I wrapped it around it, and like you said, I just started backing up, and it finally broke. I was just about ready to give. Hey, Skywalker, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I did, dude. I'll get with you on that. I'm glad you said that. I was gonna get with you. It got busy the last day or two, and I've been going through it and kind of trying to learn how all that works. And I'll get with you and we'll work on that. But yeah, I got it on there, and I got in and on your side and all that stuff. I've been watching it. I got to get the alerts and everything from it, and kind of following along the last couple of days. Oh man. I'll tell you, we're getting single digits this weekend, and I am not about no single digits. I won't lie to you. I can live with cold weather. I'm okay. But when you get down in them single digits and the wind, man, the wind is just like, I opened the door this morning, and it's coming out of the northeast right now, and that sliding door right there, when you open it, you can just feel the wind come straight in it. Little guy looked at me like, dude, there ain't no way I'm going out in that. I gave him a foot out the doors and go pee somewhere. Yeah, Gabe, I'll send my phone number to you, uh, and you can get with me via text. I didn't want to hit you when you was real busy or everything. I know you're busy, with the lineups and everything during the week or whatever. But whatever your slowest day is, we'll get together. So I'm not, bothering you or anything. Yeah, man, I'm with you. Well, was it last week? I think it was. Last week we had one day it was sunny and 50 some degrees, and I was like, man, it'd be perfect to go fishing. And naturally something happened with Pop, so I ended up not being able to go. I think his nosebleeds started that day, and the next morning I get up and it's cold and rainy and windy, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I missed the one day probably the rest of this winter that I could have went fishing comfortably. Nate, I got a good idea. Lou sent that this way. Hey, Mark, good morning, brother. It's good to see you today. But man, like every winter, I said, man, this is the last time I'm going to ever live. I'm the last time I'm doing winter time. You know what I mean? And every year, here I am. I've probably said that every winter for 20 years now. But I guess when God gives you responsibilities, you do what you got to do and just figure that it's just what it is. You know, it's supposed to be this way, or for me, so I'm okay. I have got uh, some enjoyment of putting new line on my poles and messing with stuff and watching some videos on a different way to tie rigs and trying to think about where I'm fishing at, what kind of fishing I'm doing and what kind of rig I should be using. I mean, let's face it, I don't need any rattles or anything if I'm fishing in a reservoir. I don't have any current or anything to make that effect. Are you going down there, Mark? I've been. See, I think I've been to the one. I bet I'd like to go. Now that you mentioned, I'd like to go to the one in Chicago. I bet it's huge. I just thought of it because of the right there on the lake. I bet that one's a big boat show. We used to go all the time to the Harry Renfro Boat Sport and Travel Show in Indianapolis every winter and walk around looking at boats, dreaming. Oh, it'd be so nice to have something like that. And then go home and start rewiring the old boat. I'm just hard to justify having a payment for a boat every month because I don't have, I got other stuff that I should pay for first before I do something like that. You know what I mean? And sometimes, I got the little boat out there, and for what I do, it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And sometimes we forget to be grateful for what we do have, as opposed to what I don't. You know what I mean? Because when we bought that boat brand new, probably 30 years ago, I'd say, and was stoked to have it. Oh man, this thing is awesome. Well, it's still awesome today. It's just not new. So I guess it's all in your perspective. Oh, I'll bet, Mark. That'd be well. Heck, I went to Walmart the other day, and by the time I walked through the grocery aisles and went down to the sporting goods to look for something, see if that ain't stuff on clearance, I think, and got to the cash register, I was limping so bad my knee hurt, and I forgot. Usually I'll take a leave before I go in, and I forgot to do it. Good morning, Dee. How are you today? It is a wonderful pleasure to see you in here. But I'm gonna have to get that knee replaced, and I just don't know when I'm gonna be able to. If I got someone that could drive mom and dad to their appointments and stuff like that, then I think it wouldn't be a problem. But I'm trying to remember when I had my right knee replaced, how long it was before I started driving. Not before the doctor released me to start driving, but before I started driving myself, because you have to make a living in life, and doctors don't understand that. I agree with you, Squirrel. Fat boy Eric, how you doing, buddy? I'm not even going to start the self checkout conversation this morning. We'll wait until at least 7, then we'll get into that. I don't even want to go there yet. And the answer is yes. But the only reason I do the self checkout is because, and I tell anyone if they're standing behind me, like, dude, you might as well go find that register because I'm the slowest human being on earth. And it probably takes me 25 minutes to check out. I don't get in a hurry. You working today, Eric? You get on the road, give me a holler, jump up here, and we'll watch you drive down the road today. I enjoy that. It kind of gives motion, constant motion, or what, you know what I mean? I agree with you, Mark. The thing that makes me mad is like mom and grandma used to go to Walmart, and that was really the only thing they had to do. Mom's eyes weren't bad then, and they would go to Walmart, and they weren't physically capable of doing their own checkout. There ain't no way. And they had no having carryouts no more. But Mom had a whole cart of stuff one time, and she literally went up to the service desk and told them, "I need someone to help me carry my groceries out." Hey, good morning, buddy.
Morning.
And the service desk people called someone to come and help her carry her stuff out. In fact, I think that was the same day she went to the service desk and said, "You need to open another register because I am not doing a self checkout or something." I forget what it was. She's kind of like that.
Morning, Rustic.
Yeah, John, I am that guy, but at least I warn you ahead of time. If you're standing behind me in the line at the self checkout, I'll warn you and say, "Hey, man, I'm telling you, probably should find another line because I'm going to be here a while." And they all say the same thing. "Oh no, it's okay." All right, I warned you.
Self checkout, I just bark. It keeps the people away.
Yep, at 15 minutes, man, they would finally go find another register. And they'd be like, "You weren't lying, man." It's like, "Dude, I told you I'm slow." But, you know, I've said it once and I'll say it again after I hit 50. I don't hurry no more. Morning, Mr. Tully. What am I hurrying for, my grave? Because that's the only place I got to go. I'm in no hurry to get there. And I got to thinking from, I don't know, 25 to about 40. I always hurried because you worked, a 40-day week, and then somewhere in that you had to squeeze in getting your dirt bike ready, and then, you'd get up Saturday morning all stoked, and you'd hurry, get everything loaded up and get on the road, to drive to the race, to camp all night and stuff. And so I hurried all the time for years, like that. And that's the best part about fishing. There ain't no set time. You can do it anytime you want. You don't have to hurry. Walmart doesn't give any of their employees paid vacation. Are you kidding me? See, I guarantee you, if Sam Walton could come back, he would probably kill his children for what they let that company become. Yep, Benville, I'm telling you, that's my philosophy. What's my saying? I got nowhere to be in the rest of my life to get there. But, Walmart's not the vision Sam Walton had, I don't think. Yeah, you're right, John. I agree with you 100%. You were just lucky enough to plan well. I take that back. Not lucky enough, smart enough. Now, we have a Payless grocery store chain here.
They're trying to get somebody.
Was there a Popo sitting there?
Yep.
Yep. We have a Payless grocery markets here, but man, I tell you, right now, as high as groceries are, I think Mom and my cousin took Mom shopping last week for $400. But she done what she called mega shopping and got all, that's when you go and get all the stuff you need, like, laundry soap, paper towels, and all that crap, too. I keep a low overhead, man. When they're gone, my son wants me to come live with him, and I'll be like, "Well, if it won't fit in my Blazer or my SUV to get there, I don't need it no more. I'll have a massive cell." Yeah, I was wondering about. Well, he had snow a few days ago, didn't he? He was putting the snow plowing on.
It's probably snowing on Uncle Luke right now.
Yeah, he said blizzard warnings out there now. Yeah, he's got another 6 inches so far. The wind kicking in. God, I couldn't imagine.
This storm's about to bring the cold with it.
Yeah, not so much a bunch of snow, but it's definitely. I mean, they were talking 7 degrees, the low for Sunday, I think, and that's not Celsius. That's Fahrenheit.
Just talking to my other brother, he's talking about booking an Alaskan cruise in October.
I understand it's beautiful and everything, but my idea of a cruise is laying around the pool with a drink in my hand, watching hot girls in bikinis. You know what I mean? And yes, I'm a pervert. I don't care what you say. Like Grandpa, you say, don't matter where you. What is it? Doesn't matter where you get your appetite as long as you're eating at the house. Yep, yep, Mark. I'm with you. I won't. I don't think I'll be. I don't know what I got to do today. I don't think I have anything I have to do. And we're pretty good on grocery stuff. And I got milk yesterday or the day before, so we got I think a gallon and a half in there, which might get us through me and Dad through the weekend. I drink. Me and Dad go through about 5 gallons of milk a week. John, I swear to God, you got to be careful about that because karma is going to get you on making fun of us people that have to live up here.
They're on
You
it
think
today. Get
yes?
somebody.
What's that?
So there was another statey sitting on the side of the highway.
Oh, they must have one of them big patrol weekends or something. Oh yeah, Mark, one of them vacations that you're wore out when you get home. Yep, I understand. You know, I've never been on a cruise, never been to the Bahamas or anything like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Marcus Chicago was going to get nailed with this snow.
Yeah, that's about. And Mark's right in that area. He's going to get nailed. That's what he was just talking about. Said he was going to get nailed. Yeah, we're supposed to have high wind, gust, and cold. I don't think we're getting any snow or anything.
I just, I wonder what his puppies are going to think about it. Well, they're not puppies anymore.
Yeah, my philosophy is now, Mark. If I can't get there by driving, I probably don't need to be there. Which that limits a lot, but that's all right. I put in 2 years in Germany, and I flew back and forth from here to Germany twice. So I don't know what the odds are, but I'm not pushing them. That and it's like going through a, a Nazi checkpoint to get in the airport these days. Yeah, Mark Little guy's into the snow now that he figured out what it was. He goes out there and runs around and runs where his butt's down real low and he's running as fast as he can. And then he comes in all fired up and jumps on the big dog like, "Come on, look what I found! Let's go out!" And the little dog's like, "Man, dude, get the hell away from me!" Yep. So Uncle Lou, you're the guy that pushes the whole alley for everybody, aren't you? I like that. I see you as that kind of guy. I used to be that guy. You was asleep when you left, Eric. Hey,
What's that?
Eric, did you get to watch any of that video of that self-contained environment thing or whatever? You know what I'm talking about? I showed you yesterday.
No, I fell asleep. I ate my pizza and went to sleep.
Hey, no worries. If you get some slack time, you ain't doing nothing, man. Watch that from the beginning. It's really interesting, man. In fact, I got to watch it again because I missed some stuff, but it's really, really cool. I mean, if you're into aquarium,
Text me the name of it again. That way I
yeah,
don't forget.
I will. I'll have to find it. I'll get the link and I'll text it to you because I forget. I'll have to find it in my history. But I mean, it is, if you're into aquariums and terrariums and stuff like that, it's the ultimate. I mean, it if I remember correctly, he said it even creates its own rain. Yeah. Yeah, Mark, I got to shovel not only past but like landing areas for them to go out and use the bathroom. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Lou. I got a snowblower out of me, so let's go out and find it. It's out in the garage somewhere, I think. If I'd be lucky to find it with the way the garage is right now. Pauly Shore lives in Biodome. Yes, he did. Lynn, shut up. Okay, there we go. That's who Lynn is.
What's up, Lynn?
Well,
John, Sam.
do what?
I'm saying good morning to people coming in the chat.
Okay.
Like
I'm with
the
you.
chat is going down the road. I know I shouldn't be doing that.
Man, that's all right. I don't see much traffic right now. You're okay. I give you permission. Oh wait, your mom might hear I said that and get on to me, so never mind.
Man, I'll start getting there. There's a bunch of it behind me.
Captain Morgan, arg, speak like a pirate day. And I guess we live in places where it gets cold and snowy, and we know that. So I think we just like to sit around and bitch about it. To be honest with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd rather have the snow than the cold rain. Cold rain is the worst.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Catfish Fever, where you at? Did they shut everything down up somewhere hilly down like mid south or something? Because I know from Kentucky on down, man, they get a couple inches of snow and it's over with. Exactly, Mark or John. I mean, we do, bitch. It's too cold. It's too hot. But and I'm still trying to find the area where I can live that it's 70 degrees all the time. Besides California, I don't want to do California. It's awesome out there. Don't get me wrong. I've been there, but man, they got so many people out there. I just couldn't do it. Where'd you go, Skywalker? I was meant to ask you about if you got a closing date on your house yet. Yeah, I know you guys got to be excited to start moving.
That's, there's two states I wouldn't want to live in, and that's Florida and California. Florida because of the hurricanes and all that. California because of the earthquakes.
Yeah, Florida's all. I would live in Florida, I think, but it'd have to be close to the ocean. That's the only way I could do it. And then California, I mean, I would live there in a heartbeat if it wasn't so crowded and it didn't cost so much. But then again, it wouldn't be that if it wasn't, you know what I mean? It's like one goes with the other. Like a hurricane over a blizzard, boy, I don't know about that, John. Blizzards don't do damage; they just kind of lock you in for a while. Florida, a good place to visit as long as you're not at Okeechobee. Well, I tell you, man, as much as like they have them storms and stuff come up in Florida, and that Okeechobee's a big open lake, man. I'll bet it gets gnarly that wind. I'll bet you get big waves on it when the wind's blowing hard. Yep. Florida's closed. No more tourists. I was down, where was it at? Panama City one time, I think it was, and I was going along, the ocean there with all the condos and stuff, and I was looking for the place that I was staying at. We had just got down there, so I'm driving slow and kind of reading the addresses and stuff. And this guy, it was like 9 in the morning or 8 in the morning. This guy behind me must have been late for work or something, because he's blowing his horn, he's raising hell, and he keeps pointing like this, pointing north. Go north, get out of here. So naturally, I slowed down more. Yeah, see, I'll bet, John, there's no doubt in my mind, as big and open and flat as that lake is. That light was red. I seen it.
It was yellow.
And that's what I
My
tried.
dad always told me yellow means speed up.
Yep, that's what I tried to argue with the one ticket I got in my life, that light was yellow, and Mr. Policeman said it was red to me. Yeah, I guess your word trumps mine in this particular scenario, unfortunately. Hey, good morning, Billy. Yep, only ticket I ever had in my life. I'll be 60 next month and only had one ticket ever. $200 and some dollars. I got to go in and to the judge and that court, go in and agree to whatever they call it, deferral or something, and paid $200 and some dollars, and a year later it went away. As long as I never got another ticket or anything. Closed for renovation, yeah. Oh man, it's been a long time since I drove to Florida. It's been at least 6 or 7 years, I'd say. Because my son, when it was just me and him, we would go every Christmas break and stay, anywhere from Cocoa Beach south to like in the Atlantic or something, and surf for a week, the week after Christmas. There you go, Rustic. Did you get that? That your gripper came? And to go buy a new thermostat for the house yesterday, because the one here I think is the original, I think, and it doesn't seem to me like it works right. I have to sometimes go in and tap it to get it to kick on. It's the old kind, with the little mercury level or whatever. And I went and bought a digital one yesterday. I got to put it on today. John, you're pretty much right there. That's a fact. A lot of the pro motocross racers, all used to be stationed out in California, and most of them have moved to Florida. And it's the northern part of Florida there, like in the middle, not out towards the coast or anything, because there's no state income tax. And, they lived out in California. Heck, it was eating up 50% of what they made, probably. What time's your show tonight, Rustic? I forget all about that. I need to set an alarm for that one on my phone. Let me get my notepad out. There's my pen. Six p.m. Central, so that's 7 p.m. God's time. Is it on your channel, Rustic? There's Luke. Oh, sorry, brother, I didn't see you. Hold on. I'm not good at this. I'm new at all this. There you go. What's up, man? It's good to see you.
What's up, Buggy? So
Man,
it's a pleasure to be on your show. I see Fat Boy Eric's on here too.
I was getting ready to tell you it's an honor to have you up here, brother.
Oh man, I'm gonna come up here for a little bit and hang out with y'all, man. I found I got all the picks in, so
Did you? Yep.
for
I know.
now,
Well, I started following that thing on Discord, and I was like, man, this guy doesn't ever get to rest. I seen,
I
get
told you
hours. Yeah, it was hours. Like, geez, dude, man, are you kidding me?
all day from
Yeah.
9 a.m. till about 8 p.m. just
Yep.
nonstop, and then it's 2 hour break and then back to the next day.
Yep. I seen that.
But real quick though, in the Discord,
Yep.
when you scroll down, you look down for the channel that says Skywalker's Picks.
Okay.
You click on that, and that's
Yep.
all my. And then you just copy all my picks, and then you just play them.
Okay, that'll work. That helps a lot. And I'll get with you on some other questions I had.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Because I know with my birthday coming next month that one of the guy that owns the house with the place where I catch all the bluegill and stuff, he always gives me money on my birthday. His
Okay.
birthday's the same day as mine. And that money there, I'm going to just use as my seed money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do nothing serious. You can
No.
play like $1 slips. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
just have
Yeah,
fun
just
with it. Yeah,
something to do in the winter time is what I see.
exactly.
You know what I mean? I am so bored. Like I was sitting here yesterday after Hog Leg show ends, and I'm sitting here thinking, now what do I do? I'm sitting here waiting on Dad to get up before I can, start what I do every day anyway. And then I forgot the nurse was coming yesterday, so I had to update my whiteboard with all his medicine because I usually keep track of, every hour when I give him the shot and when I give him his pain pills and all that crap. Well, I slacked on it this week because he's been feeling good, so I hadn't had to give it to him every hour.
Yeah. God bless you for taking care of your dad. That's a 24/7 job. Hopefully that nurse is good looking, huh?
She ain't bad actually. She got a boyfriend. She got a boyfriend that's in a band or something in a town about 50 miles from here, but she's cool.
There you go.
She treats my dad well too, so she scores big points on that because the first nurse they sent over, me and her kind of didn't mesh, and she didn't come back the next week.
Oh.
Yeah, well, see, we was brand new. We had never been part of this, and I knew nothing about it. And she comes in and starts talking about making all these changes and stuff, and I'm like, oh, hold on a minute, and wait a minute, lady. Instead of telling me what we're gonna do, how about you ask me what I've been doing, and we'll work from that point on. Because I ain't had nobody helping me for the last 5 years, and you're just gonna jump in and take over. I can't see this happening. And
Yeah, you got to get some help, buddy.
Oh, I know I did. And my cousin, she lives in Noblesville, the town I lived in before I had to move back here. Her son's grown. It's just her and her husband. She's an airline stewardess now, but she hadn't been for the first 3 or 4 years I was here, and not once volunteered to come over here and hang out for a weekend. And for my birthday, she said, well, I'll come over and stay for the weekend. So I think I'm going to get to go, depending on the weather. If the weather's like this weekend, I'm not. But if the weather's 30 degrees or above, I'm going to go down and fish J-Dog for the weekend.
Whew, that's cold. But, fishing with J-Dog, that's worth it.
Yep. Well, I'll make him keep us in the Licking River because it's got real high banks on each side. So depending on the wind direction, you'd be pretty decent.
That's cool.
And if I have to, I will bring a buddy heater with me. And, I'm not going to get cold. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to figure something out because I'll be moved in by the 15th, by the 20th. So I got to figure out how I'm going to stay warm out there when I'm fishing. So.
Well, you get one of them. Well, like my Easy Up, for instance, I got an Easy Up with 3 sides on it. And when I'd go dirt bike racing, I'd put it up with the 3 sides, and then I'd back my SUV up in the other side that's open and pop the hatch up. And it was like a little enclosed tent.
Oh, yeah. Wait till you see what my mother-in-law got me for Christmas. She got me something just like that for fishing. And it's even got a screen you can put on there for the mosquitoes or the bees or whatever.
Yep, that's what you need, man. That and a little buddy heater.
She spent a lot of money on that.
One time. And it depends on how cold it is too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
50 degrees is cold.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go out there at 17 degrees or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're gonna get frostbite and shit.
Unless you guarantee me I'm gonna catch something big, I'm not going out when it's that cold. But if anything, even if it's cold and you're not catching fish, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a good time going with J Dog. That's just how it is. The guy's so chill. And the first time I ever went, Eric and Curtis went that day, and it was one of the few trips in my life. It was just chilled, man. No attitude. Nobody complained about anything. And I mean, we were out there from I don't know, sometime in the afternoon till 3 in the morning, probably.
Yeah, I can say I can fish literally for as long as I can stay awake if I had the chance.
Yep.
Because you know where I was fishing at, they were closed, so I was forced to leave, or I would have stayed there till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yep. That's what I was thinking when you was. I said,
Yeah.
"Man, I can't believe they closed the place up." Well, I got a place where I can catch a bunch of carp that's like that. When it gets dark, you got to leave. And I pushed the gamut one night, was there, and it was just kind of getting dark. And I mean, dude, it wasn't 5 minutes. The sun was going. It was getting dark. Here come the ranger. Hey, you have to pack that up and go. Like, and I played stupid. Oh, really? I've never been there before. You mean I got to leave it dark?
Well, where I'm at now is on the Delta, so there is no closing time. It's 24/7.
That's cool.
Gabe, we were out there 7 minutes, and I stole Buggy's 33-pound fish.
Yeah. The first hit we get, he grabbed, and it was the biggest fish of the day.
Nice.
I still give him a hard time about it. I'm getting back one of these days. I just ain't figured out how.
Oh, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
If he wasn't a good kid, I'd have been mad at him. But heck, you can't get mad at him.
Well, no, he'll body he'll give you a suplex through a table.
Yeah, they're big boys too. Don't let
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little guy. They're big dudes.
The Brothers of Destruction, man.
I didn't even know they were going to be there until J Dog pulled up and told me, and I'd never even met him before. And at first, I was like, "Oh man, I'm just now meeting J Dog. I'm going to meet 3 people." And then once it wasn't 5 minutes. Like, "Oh yeah, these kids are all right." I can't.
Yeah, that's the catfish community, brother.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm an old guy. These kids are all right. Can you believe that? Guys are in their 30s probably, and I'm calling them kids.
You and me both.
30s. I'm in my 40s. What are you talking about?
No way, really?
Yeah.
You're kidding me. I didn't. I would have
43 in July.
How old?
I'll be 43 in July.
No kidding. I'd have never figured that.
When I get more in the spring, I'll let you know. Yeah, I keep bugging Mark for a hat because I think he has the best damn hats out there.
Yeah. I'm a hat guy too, man. I'm telling you.
I try not to wear them a lot because they make you go bald because they suffocate your hair.
Man, that's not true.
I got a full head of hair. I got a lucky family genes that way. Ain't nobody in my family bald.
Me too, but I don't want to press it. I mean, I played every sport under the sun, so I'm wearing hats, helmets all the time.
Randy. Well, you got dirt bikes all them years, so every weekend I had a helmet on for hours on end. I've wore a hat since I was 10 years old, probably.
Yeah, I don't want to go bald. When I got my head shaved in boot camp, I know what I look like bald, and it ain't pretty. Yeah, so I don't want to be bald. Some people can pull it off. I mean,
I don't look good bald neither.
Nothing against bald people. I mean, a lot of cats. I mean, a lot of dudes, they can pull it off. They look great bald. Some look better bald, but not me.
Uncle Lou, who you talking about? He's a big kid.
Probably talking about Eric.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, he is.
Can you imagine their poor mama having to feed those two?
No.
Dude, there's 3 of us.
Oh, 3 of you. Yeah. What's the grocery bill like every week? Your poor mama, man.
Talked about grocery bill yesterday. Jeez.
Mark, my son was telling me that they use Uber a lot to go from Broad Ripple back home if they go out, or they used to. They moved up north of Noblesville, now in a small town, but I never knew it was that expensive.
I've never Ubered yet. The last thing I took was I take town cars.
Yep.
I've never taken an Uber.
4.3 miles for $40. Dude, and that's not counting the tip. If you decide to tip someone for driving you 4.3 miles for $40.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Mom should have kicked them boys out years ago. Nah, some boys stay home, man. I get it. There's a lot about this generation I don't get though. Hey, for one,
where do we start?
Driver's license. A lot of these kids don't even want to get a driver's license at 16, and that was the biggest thing on earth when I was a teenager.
I know.
And then I turned 18. I couldn't wait to get out of my house.
Exactly, me too. Same here.
I joined the service. I come home, and I was home for maybe a month and a half till I got a job and stuff, and I was out, and I've never been back, until now.
Same here.
I started driving without a driver's license. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, that don't count. I learned to drive a dune buggy when I was 7 or 8 or 9. They had to put a pillow behind me, and I'd slide down in the seat to push the clutch in. My uncle taught me how to power slide when I was about 12. I could power slide.
I was like 13 or 14. I was driving around a red Chevy Chevette hatchback.
Nice. Hey, baby, come on out and see my vet.
All we got to do is teach Hogleg how to fish.
Yeah.
Me and Curtis have been trying for years.
And like I said, there's just some things I don't get about today's generation. I mean, I turned 18. It's like, I want to get me a place. So it cuts into what was it Greg Allman said one time in the interview. They asked him, it was a morning radio show. And he's like, man, how y'all get up there this early every morning? It's got to cut into your boogie woogie time. And that's what I think, man. I turned 18. I wanted to go somewhere so I could have my boogie woogie time.
Yeah, all these boys, and they're all feminine, except my nephews. My nephews are alpha males. I raised them right. Yeah. They're hitting the gym. They're playing football. But the rest of these generation, even the rappers, I mean, look at these guys. They're like 110 pounds soaking wet, and they're wearing purses, literally. Like, man, I'm afraid for the future, man.
Dude, there doesn't a week go by I don't say at least once, man, I sure am glad I'm old. I'm serious.
Yeah, me too. I won't be around to see it.
Me and my son get an argument about freedom and having fun. I mean, the 1980s, in my opinion, was the best decade I lived in.
I was a kid, and it was great. The 90s were great, too.
I was a kid in the 70s, which it was kind of cool. And then I was a young adult through the 80s. And, man, it was so much fun.
I have a video I got to send you. An 80s tribute video.
Yeah.
So email me, and then I'll attach it to the email. You have to see it. It's kind of long. It's about an hour and 20 minutes.
That'll work.
But it is the best 80s tribute thing I've ever seen on YouTube.
Ernie.
There's a video, and I wish I would have saved it or bookmarked on YouTube. And these kids went around, had it was a heavy metal concert in the 80s, and they had a camera and they filmed, and their friends and everything. And going around the parking lot, we would have big parties out in the parking lot before the concerts,
Oh yeah, Toby Keith's concert.
This video is literally me and my friends at concerts back, and I gotta find that way. I've only seen it once, and then he's got pictures or videos of him and his buddies. I mean, we'd have house parties all the time,
Oh yeah.
Every weekend, either someone's parents was out of town or we found somewhere to have a party outside. Like the movie Dazed and Confused. Matthew McConaughey was in it. That movie, I'm telling you, that is the best depiction of a summer weekend of my high school days of anything I've ever seen. It's almost dead on.
You know what the best one of my generation was, Buggy? American Pie. Yeah. Everybody's at the parties, house parties, just having a good time. Yep. Nobody's on their phones. Yeah. Everybody's talking to each other. And it was just good old fashioned fun. That's the best depiction of my right out of high school days.
Yeah, Mark, you're right. The 90s were the last good decade, and it started fading. After 9/11, things started changing quick. But see, I've got a scenario. The world started losing its mind when MTV quit playing music videos. Okay, and I'm going to tell you.
That's true.
I'll tell you the scenario why. Okay. You had music videos. When they stopped playing music videos, they went to reality TV. And once their reality TV got popular, all the other channels started doing it. And from then on, then you ended up with Springer and Maury and all these shows. The world lost its mind when MTV quit playing music videos. So I blame MTV. I mean, we would come home, MTV was almost like a top 40 radio station. They had a rotation that their videos played on.
Yeah, I had young parents. My mom had me when she was 16, so that's all she watched. That's all we had on was MTV.
Yeah, I mean, we would come home on Friday afternoons after school, and we knew what time what video played, and we had it almost planned to the T. We'd watch Video X at 6:45, and off we'd head to the skating rink in the wintertime. In the summertime, we'd head off to, whatever we were going to do. And it was just everybody watched MTV.
You're gonna love this tribute video I'm gonna send you. It's a pop culture. Yep. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love it. It's perfection. It's perfection.
But my son's counter to my argument is we don't know any better, so we still think it's fun today. And I'm like, that doesn't matter. You don't understand what I'm trying to explain to you.
The nostalgia back then.
And and like you said, it'll never come back. Heck, I remember it was a big thing when you had call waiting on your phone and you could push the button and talk to someone else,
Oh, yeah.
You kidding me? That was the baddest thing going. And if you was slick, you learned how to trick someone and you could get someone else on the phone with you and have the other person talk and they wouldn't know the other person was on the phone with you. Three-way calling, that's what it was.
You know what? I got you beat on that one. You remember prank calling before Star 69, before caller ID? We'd stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning prank calling people.
Yeah, we got in trouble for that. We got caught because we called this girl's dad. This girl I knew, we called her dad 3 or 4 times real late at night. Well, I didn't know that because my dad, when I was a kid, he got up every morning, went down to the diner and had breakfast every day of his life. And all the same guys are in there, construction worker dude, And it turned out he knew my dad. Her dad knew my dad.
Well, we went through the yellow pages. We just picked random numbers out of the literal yellow pages. And it was funny. Man, those were the days. But just wholesome fun. We weren't out.
Yeah, it wasn't no malicious intent whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. The Jerky Boys did the best prank calls. Yeah. They used to have a show on, it might have been MTV, Crank Yankers. No, that was Comedy Central. Comedy Central used to have cool shows on. But everything
this year is going to be crazy. This year is going to be so chaotic.
Oh man, I'm
hibernating. Oh, it's going to be nuts. You guys are going to see things that oh man.
I'm hibernating. I'm going to do a blackout from any. My son keeps telling me quit watching the news or quit reading the news. I'm like, I can't help it, man. I got to know what's happening because if the S hits the fan, I want to know what's happening so I get ready when it does.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if you tried to buy any ammunition lately, but you better bring your bank and a loan to get any involved.
I know how to. I make it. I know how to make it.
Yeah, we do our own loans. Dad shoots trap, or he did until he got now. But he shot trap up until 3 years ago. Every week in the wintertime, they start shooting this weekend. Come think of it.
No, I don't think. I think we'll be safe as us, but like with there's going to be more elections worldwide in 2024 than ever. That's 40 countries are going to have elections in 2024. Like, oh, hell's going to break. A lot of people are going to lose a lot of power because that's too much to control. Yeah. And they're going to go down swinging, man.
For romaine noodles. Literally, a friend of mine is a joke when I was divorced and it was just me and my son gave me a cookbook. Romaine noodle cookbook.
Oh, I lived off of Top Ramen my college days. You kidding me? That's all I ate. Now I can't even look at it.
When I first got divorced and it was just me and my son, dude, I'm telling you, I didn't know how to cook anything. And I used to, because my ex-wife was a good cook. I'll give her credit for that. My son was like, man, that's the only thing I miss about mom was cooking. I'm like, come on, dude, I'm doing my best. Okay?
I miss my mom's cooking. I wish I would have got her recipes before she passed, but those died with her, man, unfortunately.
Well, we just Christmas. Yeah, Christmas when Justin and them come over. My mom makes this potato soup that there's really no recipe for it, but it's got chunks of ham and dumplings and potatoes, and it's made with real cream, and this stuff is just awesome. And nobody knows how to make it but her. So me and my son and her made it at Christmas. So me and him would both know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because this stuff's like crack, man.
Yeah, my older brother learned a lot of her recipes, and then he died.
Oh.
I didn't get them from him, so.
I got, and I joke about Jody, but I'm not. She is the only country woman I've ever met in my life that don't know how to cook.
No, well,
The only one ever.
My wife, she'll admit it too. She's
Hey, Chris,
like,
how are you,
she
buddy?
goes in the kitchen, the dog runs and hides every time.
Yeah, I just, there's certain things I learned now that you want to make sure of before you pick a new wife, if I ever do, and cooking's one of them.
She can bake really good, but cooking, yeah, she lived with her mama until I met her, so she never been out in the real world. We had to learn to cook, otherwise we starved because my mom was working 3 jobs. So,
John, I'm with you. I live in the country now, and there's some cows ain't too far from me. I'm with you. If it goes crazy, I'm eating. I'm either eating or getting shot, one of the two.
Oh no, we'll be fine. It's just it's going to be the power structure in the country and in the world. It's going to get crazy.
I just got a thing from the news. They're getting ready to cover the emergency cold that's coming.
No, they tried that. They ain't going to try that again. No one's going to buy it.
Have you ever noticed the weather people get a hard on when it gets a big storm or something coming? They crack me up. And somewhere along the lines, it became fear. They're going to, oh my gosh, you've got to get locked up. And they make these snowstorms and stuff like they're the end of the world. They go to 24-hour coverage, and the guys driving down the road looking for snow to film because there ain't none.
Well, that's what they live for. I mean, summertime for them is slow, man. They have nothing to report. So when snow comes in, I'm sure they're all excited and they get something to report and they get their airtime.
Hey, if y'all haven't checked out Cat Claw's rod holders, I'm telling you, you're missing out. They're the best, bar none, I've ever seen.
I'm gonna need some,
dude. I'm telling you, Gabe. I'm telling you, check him out. His
absolutely,
Cat Claws, dude. They're the best, bar none.
I got rods that are like this thick. And I got rods that are, like that, and some holders
his rod holders are bar none the best. And the bad part is, I had 3 of them, I think, and I've lost 2. I'm down to 1. I didn't lose them. I drove off and left them sitting on the.
Yeah, we've all done that. Oh yeah, left stuff behind.
Well,
especially rod holders.
The first time I went to CatCon, 2 stands, they were bank fishing, and they had these rod holders they made out of all thread, a long rod of all thread, and bent them around stuff. And I asked him if he could give me the dimensions one time in a live. Hey, can you give me the dimensions of them? I want to make me a couple. And the first year I'm at CatCon, I've been there a little bit, and he stops me. He says, hey, by the way, get with me before you leave. And I'm like, all right, man, I will. And I'm getting ready to leave. I said, hey, man, what did you need? He said, come out the car with me. I go out there, and him and his boy, Stan 3, made me 3 rod holders out of the all thread. Just give them.
Oh, that's nice.
Never met him in my life. I mean, that is this community, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I was just floored. Now, I'm really bummed because I lost 2 of them. I got 1 left, and I've beat it in the ground so much. It's rough. Because we got hard clay stuff around here, man. In the summertime, it's like hammering into concrete.
Oh no!
But if you haven't checked out his rod holders, do yourself a favor if you're going to buy any. That
I'm gonna need them.
If you value your rod and don't want it to ever get pulled into the lake with your rod holder coming out or whatever, it's the only way to go. Yeah,
I just can't find any that'll fit my fatter rods.
They're too small. Yeah, you may
end up just making for them little bluegill poles or something.
Yeah. These fit my my big. I got 2 10-foot two-piece rods that no problem.
Yeah, I got some that make Danny Stone blush.
And then I got the Uncle Lou's. I was just showing it earlier. Uncle Lou's spinning rod. I didn't know he made them at first, and then I hadn't seen any. And Art from 1 Ton Fishing Club said he had one for sale. He was bringing to CatCon last year, and I sent him a text. I said, "Hey man, I got 2 PC Fun reels. I'll trade you for that rod." And he said, "All right, deal." So I had it, and it's the only one. And then I was telling earlier, Mike Murillo sent Chris over to me. We was all sitting there at the YouTube thing, and they have like this swap meet booth there, and sent me over a PC Fun spinning reel and told Chris to give it to me. I was like, man, dude, these people, they make you cry. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they're nice.
This community saved my life, and I've told it before, and I swear by it. I was on the road that to dying of depression and sit at home doing. I literally didn't leave the house except to go see properties.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, dude. Like Mark introduced me to everyone. You know, just random. It's just funny how God works and how God like sets paths for you. And
well,
I just watched one of Mark's live streams, and he's like, "Hey, after this, we're gonna head over to a channel called the Boar's Nest.
Yeah,
come check it out." And then it's all history from there. The rest is history.
PVC pod holders on the crappie tune. Yep, and that's another thing you could do is some rebar and PVC that's big enough to hold the end of your rod. You know what I mean? And I just used now I'm drawing a blank on them. Hose clamps and clamp your PVC to the rod or whatever you're going to drive in the ground.
My wife got me one of them big fishing, those big carts that you can put all your stuff in.
My son got me one for Christmas last year.
Yeah, so I'm excited to use that too. Yep. I got my brand new. I mean, these are top of the line chairs that my mother-in-law got me. So.
Oh yeah, John.
I can't wait,
that they were coming down to fish with you guys. Mike Murillo. Him and his family's coming. I didn't know who was coming with him. I knew he was coming down. Which that's one of the trips I'm going to make when I'm able to travel. Is I'm going down to fish with John for sure. But we ain't going to put 30 crappie poles around the pond. We're going to have one pole in our hand and cast out with a bobber and some minnows because I ain't wanting to catch a bunch. I just want to sit there and catch fish and BS.
Yeah.
You know John got stories being
I bet John's got stories.
Yeah. There's a reason they have a whole category called Florida Man. Hey Chris, when are you guys going fishing again, man? I miss seeing you guys going live. I know you've been fishing, but I just haven't seen you going live recently, and I understand, not doing it.
Yeah, nobody is, dude. It's too cold, man.
Yeah, see, Chris, rebar, PVC, and hose clamps. Yep, it's never failed us.
It's just too dang cold.
Adam's rod holders are really cool looking too, though. I kind of have to factor in the cool factor with the stuff too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you're anywhere there's other people fishing and you drive one down in the ground, they're going to come over and look at it and say, "Man, where'd you get that at? That's pretty cool."
Mm-hmm.
You always got to have that factor for me, anyway. Mm-hmm. Yep. See them all at the stores. But yeah, I had an Uncle Lou rod and I gifted it to Lee Evans' wife for her birthday. And then he ended up losing it in the river. It come off the rod holder or something. And I was like, dude, I didn't give that rod to you. I gave it to your wife to have so she could fish with it. She was like, yeah, he took it fishing one day. I'm like, get out of here. And the reason I did, I had a puppy and it's a one-piece pole. Well, I'd put it in the car and the tip would go up past the front seat, right? Well, the puppy would try to jump up and chew on it all the time. So like get something, two-piece rods to haul. And then end up getting rid of the puppy because he was too rambunctious for mom.
Aww.
Yeah, my nephew has him. He's cool. And that's when I got little guy. Where they both went out and used the bathroom and got their treat. They're crashed now. That's my. All
right, dude. Well, I'm gonna jump down and go to bed. I just had to come up and say hi to the family. You know what I'm saying? So.
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you did. I'll get with you. I'll send you a message, and I'll probably look on. I forget. I usually try to leave a comment on your whatever last video you post. I usually try to leave a comment if I need to get a hold of you.
Well, you're already in the Discord. Send me a DM in there or email. You got my email, right?
Yeah, I don't know much about that yet. I just started and I'll play with it this weekend. I'll do that then. That'll work.
I want to send you that video too.
Is that a private group where I can give you something through there that only people that are in your group would see? You know what I mean?
In my group, yeah. But if you just want to private DM me on there, just click on my logo and then just start typing. I gotta send you that video, dude. Yeah, you'll kill an hour and a half, and you'll be laughing and It might bring you to tears, but
I got an hour and a half.
man.
Believe me, it's winter time here, and I don't do anything in the winter. When it get like this weekend, it's going to be 7 degrees. I'm not even opening my door.
Forget
I'm
that.
not even going out and getting the paper. I'm just going to tell Dad it's too cold. It didn't come today.
I wouldn't even get out of bed. Shoot.
I agree.
All right, Buggy. Thanks for having me up.
Nah, brother, I appreciate you coming up and hanging out with me.
Anytime, Eric. If you can hear me, God bless you. Tell your brother I said hi, and everyone in the chat, I love you, and have a great weekend. Y'all take care.
He's not even moving no more. What did he do?
He got out and
lights.
Yeah, he's working. All right, y'all.
Ooh, I just heard the wind through the door. It's cold. That wind. Hold on, I gotta see that. Oh, the door's cracked. I wonder. There we go. Hey, Chris, are you guys doing the tournament this weekend? Chad's winter thing or whatever? I don't know who all's in that this weekend, but man, I feel for them. Especially anyone that's in this part of the country. If they go out, it's going to be cold. You would almost need a boat like Jody's boyfriend has. I always forget names. Oh, that's his truck there, isn't it? All right, I see. He's at the shop. It takes him. He drives a long way just to get to work, doesn't he? Oh goodness. Yeah, 40 degrees is not bad. But I hate fishing in the wind anyway. I don't even care if it's warm. I hate fishing in the wind. Eric, somebody's getting in your truck, man. Hurry up. I can hear the door open. All right, you guys. Small Water Charters has a 2,000 subscriber giveaway tonight on his live. But if you have never been in his live, if you win anything, you got to give it to me because I've been in his lives before. Oh, man, I'll bet, Mark. If I'm somewhere like we'd go on our bluegill fishing trip or whatever, and it's a windy day, I find a cove. I don't care if there aren't no fish in it. I'm not sitting out in the middle of the lake in the wind trying to fish.
Shut up.
Ooh, what is that? There we go for a second. See what that noise was. Okay. Yeah, Mark's got the right idea. He's going to the boat show this weekend. Everything indoors. Hey, Mark, at that, do they have an area that's like, I know at the Mike Renfro Boat Sport and Travel Show they used to have in Indy every year. They still do, I suppose, but they would have part of the convention center was people from all over the country with, like fishing guides and different places to go or whether they'd all have their booths set up, you know what I mean? And I remember when I was a kid, we'd always get one of those plastic bags with the handle and go around and collect all the brochures from little flyers, and then we'd look at them on the way home in the camper. Did you get some coffee, Ernie? This here 16-ounce Red Bull's about empty. I'm going to have to get me another one. Hey, no worries, buddy. I did watch a pretty cool video you made the other day, man. I'm not much on the music thing, but you know me, I'm old. If it doesn't have a fiddle, I'm not interested. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it. Oh, it's in 2 weeks. All right. Oh, okay. I know you're talking about the one with all the booths and stuff. Yeah, I dig that. But now that I get to thinking, I can't go to anything like that right now. I'm knee wound. I can't walk that far. Oh yeah, John, I'll bet. Oh, okay, cool, Mark. I'll go back, scan through and look for it. I might have even seen some of that, come to think of it, Mark, now that you mention it. But I do have a memory of a guy who grew up in the 70s, so there are issues there. Hey, Chris, look at you, man. Nice.
What's up, buddy?
Not too much. They squatching them there woods. Anyway, you
Right.
ever see some of them shows? They're squatching them there woods. What the heck is squatch?
I don't know if you saw the comment or not. You asked when we were going out again. The answer is tomorrow.
Oh, really? Are you in that?
Did you get bait?
Ooh.
I'll tell that story in a second. If we can even get there, because with all this rain, I mean, you know how it's going to be, Bugman. It's all this rain turn to snow, get freezing temperatures, roads are going to be sheets of ice.
Sure, black ice, bad stuff.
And I'm not going to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours, especially pulling a boat, trying to get
especially once you get down there around the river area, man. Them roads are sloped anyway and twisty and turny.
So it's a big question mark right now. Now, the answer, did I get bait? Did I get that? To answer that question, I'll tell you how my day went yesterday. I went to a little local park where we normally catch bait. I caught 2 crappie. Then I went to another local park where we usually catch shad. Me and Stacy from Bank Fishing Adventures were both throwing nets for like 45 minutes. We caught exactly 0 shad.
Oh, man.
So then I drove to Kentucky to pick up some eel. Met J-Dog at the boat ramp. He delivered my eel for me. Wow, that's changing around so much. And then Bugman's gone.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then I decided, well, since I'm down here, I might as well go look at different areas of the river. So I drove from Cincinnati, Ohio, basically, down to Craig's Creek boat ramp in Kentucky. And then from there went to Carrollton, Kentucky, and looked at that boat ramp where the Kentucky River comes in, and then came back home. So I probably put somewhere between 300 and 500 miles in yesterday. Am I the only one here?
Worried, man.
Hey, there you go. I messed up, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't pay attention to the guy with the control. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
All I was trying to do is stop my cam for a second.
Oh.
There we go.
So
I'm good.
I'm going to try to go back out. I mean, it's nothing but rain all day today. So if I go out anywhere, I'm going to be soaked. But we'll try to go back out again today and try to find some more bluegill, crappie, and shad. Oh, catfish
how bad is the river blown up?
I mean, it's not. It doesn't look pleasure. It wouldn't be a lot of fun to be out there. I'll tell you that. Enjoyable. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And then the wind, with the wind.
Any day on the water is better than any day at work.
Huh?
I said any day on the water is better than any day at work.
That's not true.
What about driving over to the Licking? At least it's got
The
shelter.
Licking's blown out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's up. Raging and debris coming down.
I never even thought about that part. I was going to say, because if it wasn't, good morning. If it wasn't up like that, that seemed to me like a good place to go on a windy day because the banks are so high on each side.
Well, I mean, it's not the being up part. It's all the debris that's coming down the river.
Okay. Yep. So not having fished rivers much, I don't even think about that stuff. But yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, the being up high part, no big deal, but there's just too much debris coming down the river, and it's still coming up. So we got another 24 to 48 hours of it until it peaks, and starts to go back down.
Okay. I'm not even sure I'd want to get on the Ohio right now.
Now, you don't. I don't want to be out there on that Ohio River.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Not in the areas where we fish. Every place that where we launch and stuff, the river runs basically southwest, or west to southwest, northeast, east, exactly the direction the wind is coming from. So it's blowing straight up the river, and it's got a lot of current, which makes it very, very choppy.
I wonder what about a lake like Monroe Lake or something? Oh, you got
Ain't
better
enough
lakes
blues.
than that, though, don't you?
Ain't enough blues in there to fish for them.
Yep, that's true.
And it's big 3, so it wouldn't do me any good to go catch channel cats.
Yep, I'm with you. Instead of not.
And Monroe gets pretty choppy when that wind picks up too. I mean, that's a big, wide open lake.
Yeah. And I'm sitting here, and this is the first time since I've lived here back in May that I've heard the wind on my back door. I can hear it right now.
Hey, there's Uncle Double Lou.
Uncle Double Lou. Okay, Uncle Lou, be safe out there, brother. Don't do anything stupid or unsafe, man.
Do you realize who you're talking to?
Yeah, that's true.
That guy eats gas station chicken.
You're right, actually. You talk about living on the edge. The only thing more risky than that's gas station sushi.
I shouldn't say that because we actually have a gas station here in our town and it has fantastic chicken.
Yep. Like Church's Chicken, not Church's, Chucky or something like that. Now, see, I like Speedway's cheeseburgers. I know there's not a darn thing healthier, or they're probably poison, but I love Speedway's cheeseburgers. I don't know why.
Chester's chicken, isn't it?
Yeah, Chester's, that's it. Hey, good morning, Kevin. Now, when I lived in Noblesville, just north of Indy, man, I'd do appraisals in Indianapolis, and I'd always go in the hood and buy chicken gizzards at the fish and chicken places.
Now, the only chicken gizzards I like are the ones from KFC.
Yep, but these here, I mean, if you go in the ghetto and get them, man, they are awesome. And you'd get, they'd be like one of them styrofoam serving trays with the lid on it. And it'd have so many gizzards. You'd have the big part would be full of gizzards, and it'd have fries. And what they would do is they would lay 2 pieces of bread down and put the gizzards on top of them, and the bread would soak all the grease up. So that wouldn't be all greasy and everything. Yeah, if you never had ghetto chicken gizzards from in the ghetto in Indy, man, or any big city that's got a ghetto area, I mean, you are taking your life in your hands going and getting them, but on a Wednesday at 2 p.m, it's pretty safe. Yep, Parker Casey.
Driving Mama to work and then push snow. And Uncle Lou's acting like he got a bunch of snow. He got like 1.5 inches.
Did he? And he's probably doing it in a nice newer pickup with automatic 4-wheel drive lock, and he probably sits there with the heat on and temperature control, and yeah, he ain't pushing snow in no 1975 Chevy 4x4 3/4 ton.
He'd probably just go out there with the leaf blower and blow his driveway clean. Only got about 1/4 inch of snow.
I like John. Fishing in -20-degree weather and eating gizzards. Who are you people?
You won't see me out there in -20.
No. Nope.
20 degrees is my limit.
I got to be honest with you. If I go somewhere and I'm going to sit there and catch fish after fish, then I might go out when it's cold like that. But the fishing I got up here, nah. I ain't going unless I go to the place and catch bluegill at my friend's lake or pond, but I don't even want to do that when it's cold. I am going to ice fish that this year if we ever get any ice. We got close to 8 last night, huh? I know you got a bunch the other night, you said.
Another 8 inches last night.
That's what she said.
Yeah, see, I couldn't. I just can't. I don't want that. I don't want any snow.
Nope, me neither.
I want it for Christmas, and then it can go away.
Yeah, Christmas Day and then melt the day after.
Squirrel, yes, we are ready to fish, but whether we get to do it or not is the question, and we won't know until we wake up tomorrow morning.
Yep, that's the bad part.
Do you have a closure on your boat, Chris?
Who do you think I am, Chad?
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't never been invited to fish on the hooks and hammocks boat.
You both have been invited, and you just don't ever show up.
In Iowa.
Okay. Down to the 12-ounce Red Bull.
Hey, have either one of you guys met fishing with the squirrel?
No, I don't think I met him in person. I might have met him at CatCon, but I don't remember.
Let me tell you what. That's one good-looking man right there.
Really? Yeah, I ain't gay, but if I was, he'd be the one. Is that what you're saying?
That's a liar. Jay always invites me to
He gets the joke.
I'm there.
Captain Morgan, he went to push snow, said he was going to be watching. Or he went to drive his wife to work and then push snow.
Yeah, squirrel gets the joke.
Okay. But they must have got more snow then, because I know the other day he was talking that she wouldn't let him drive her to work, and he wasn't real happy about it because it was kind of bad out.
That was so funny that day when that happened. There was several of us standing around talking with Squirrel, and someone walked up and they were like, "Who is that?" and pointed right at him. And we're like, "That's Fishing with Squirrel." And that person was like, "Oh, well, I had no idea he was that good looking."
It wasn't Jody, was it? She sounds like something.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like something Jody would say. Good morning, NJ. Man, it's so good to see you, buddy.
NJ Fishing Maniac. Where in the world has he been?
How's your dad? That's what I want to know. He did disappear. I miss seeing the morning runs, actually. Didn't you stop and feed some kitties or something every morning too? Something like that?
Where are you going, Eric?
Work.
Kevin says, I have a one and only Fishing with Squirrel truck accessory proudly displayed. Wow. Kevin must think he's good looking too.
I'm thinking he does. Good morning, Chadwick. Nice to get dressed with you this morning.
Hey, let me mute for a second. Squirrel says, I'm ready for gathering. I'm staying from Thursday through the weekend. I think we're going to be there even before that, Squirrel.
Really? And I just get to go down for Saturday. Cinnamon buns and cat food.
Pretty sure we're going to be there all week.
Really? I know
Ellie's looking now.
I made some cinnamon rolls the other day. The like Pillsbury in the roll thing.
Through the 19th.
We'll be there the 13th through the 19th, is what Telly said.
Hey, where you staying at?
The campground.
At the CatCon?
No, the gathering.
Okay. Yeah, he did say, never mind. I'm with you. Man, that's one I'd like to go to. I had a camp spot for 2 years ago, which would have been what, the first one and or the second one. And that's when Dad got diagnosed I think it was that summer, and I couldn't go. And that campground, that camp spot was still there. I think I texted Jody or someone and said, "Hey, that camp spot's paid for if anyone wants to use it." I wish I could go down.
Donald Knight's going to be there.
Donald Knight Sr. will be there from the 15th to the 20th. It's going to be a big one this year.
Hey, Squirrel, when you were down there before, did you ever go down into the gorge? I think you did, but I'm not sure. Hey, Telly, I think Kevin and Anna's campsite's going to be near ours too. Yeah,
No, John, that one there, the gathering, it's warm weather then. That's actually a good one to go to. There'll be a lot of people there. Before long, they'll have the whole campgrounds taken up. The rate it's going.
yeah. Kevin and Anna are at 178.
We're at 183.
We're at 183.
Well, y'all got to be close. Lake Chickamauga.
I'm hoping to take a pontoon down there.
I love the gorge. I can't stay out of the gorge.
I was going to say, didn't you say it was pretty down there in the gorge?
It's beautiful. The most beautiful place on earth to fish, in my opinion.
How far is it from the campgrounds?
20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes top, probably.
Yeah. Right beside the boat ramp. He's not talking about Mendota, Chad. They're talking about the gathering.
Who wants to go to Mendota?
He's being a smart aleck.
Nobody wants to go catch channel cats besides Uncle Lou.
Hi, Kate. How are you? It's good to see you. Glad you stopped in. How have you been? Good, I hope. I haven't seen you in a while.
And that statement's not true at all. Mendota channel cats that's a bucket list thing. If you haven't ever done it, you need to do it.
Yeah, that one's on my list too. Yeah.
Yeah, I go to Sandusky Bay and catch channel cats bigger than there.
No, you don't. If you did, we'd see video of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I keep go fishing. What am I talking about? Too busy driving.
And you don't even do that very well.
Yeah, John, I kind of like that idea there. You just let me know when it is, and I'll put it on my schedule.
That is true. I mean, I did get stuck in the mud. What was it, Monday or Tuesday?
Or this week?
Yeah, I think it was this week.
In your work truck or your own truck?
Yeah, in the work truck.
Really? Oh, I hate making that call.
Yeah. I wasn't happy about it.
Another thing I get to do today is call the internet people again because
Whatever
they supposedly did last night, we couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even watch the bait shop. It got so bad.
Really?
Why do you want to watch that knuckleheaded show? Them three bozos.
That's the best talk show on YouTube.
You know what the best talk show is on YouTube?
Yeah, I just said it. The bait shop.
Saturday bugs. Yep.
Nobody want to watch the bozo shop with the three bozo the clowns.
The bait shop, followed by Catfish Weekly, followed by Hanging with Bugman.
Yeah, we're gonna develop a name for the show one of these days. I've been too busy for that stuff. It changes every week. It's actually whatever pops in my head when I make that little thing or whatever you have to do to schedule it. I kind of robbed that one from Hanging with Mr. Cooper or whatever. Remember the TV show? That could be a theme. I could use a rip off of different TV shows. I might do that.
Oh, I forgot about Small Water Charters. Yeah. Sorry, Bugman, but Small Water Charter shows
Yep.
right in front of you.
Yep. His show's good. And he's having a giveaway tonight, so that puts it 2 times better. Parker Pursuits. Angler of the Year. Good morning, son.
Well,
We seen you walk back there.
she said hi to you a minute ago.
Yeah, I heard her. I just giving her a hard time.
Yeah, we're still trying to wake up.
I said good morning, and you told me good morning.
I know. I was just teasing you. You're all right. I'm giving you a hard time. I'm ready to go fishing with you guys again. I really enjoyed that.
We'll get you back out, most definitely.
I know you will. I'm telling you, man, I had heard all this talk about spot lock, and I really didn't have a grasp of the concept. You know what I mean? Until you see it in action, you don't get it. And I don't care how much it costs. If you fish a river, it's a must-have. I don't care if you got to sell your kid to get it. It's that impressive. I mean,
it is. It's really, really, really nice. You know,
if you fish a river, you have to have it, as opposed to throwing an anchor out. It was unbelievable.
Not perfect, but
it's as close as it gets, in my opinion.
It's
for a guy like me, who, you know, if I was there, I'd be throwing an anchor out, which means I would probably only fish one place a day when I went to the river, because I'm not throwing anchors and pulling them up.
Did you see that? Kevin said you should call it a bug's life.
Bug's life, yeah. We're working on. I got a notepad. I keep writing down the different suggestions, and it's one of them you don't know when it hits you.
But bugging out with Bugman.
Yeah, John's right. Those power poles beat spot lock any day in shallow water, but I'm not usually in water shallow enough.
Yeah, I was going to say that water ain't that shallow in none of the rivers or anything. This ain't Florida where everything's flat.
Yeah, spot lock, Mark's right too. Spot lock's a love-hate thing, and he's not wrong. I mean, when it's working, it's the bee's knees, but when it ain't right, it just really is aggravating. Okay, but usually it's not the spot lock's fault. It's the crosswind or something that's what's messing it up.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. We just got lucky and it was perfect that day.
If you've got current, chances are you're not going to have any issues.
Yeah.
When there's not enough current, it's just not going to work right. That's why a lot of times too, because I mean, everybody knows the Ohio most of the time has very little current.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we suspend drift, or also spot lock us and suspend. That way, if the boat spins around, because I'll just find structure, spot lock right over the top of it, and if the boat spins around, it's no big deal. My baits are still right down there where I want them to be.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Circles. Yeah, see, I never thought about that part of it, you know.
Spot lock is a luxury that you cannot afford not to afford.
Yeah.
Because throwing anchors sucks.
Very much, 100%. Like I said, I'd never really, I mean, I understood the concept and everything, but to see it actually work, it's like, oh man, this is awesome. No anchors.
You know, and the thing is, we carry 2 anchors with us everywhere we go.
Yep.
And I would never get rid of both anchors. I'd always have, I think in an emergency, there may be a time where you need that anchor.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I would never get rid of both of them, but I've seriously considered taking one of them out, because we never, I mean, in the going on 3 years now that we've had the boat, I have doubled anchor maybe 3 times.
Yeah. That's one of them, though. If you take it out, you're going to end up needing it.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I'll take it out.
That's just how my karma is. If I take it out, I'm going to need it. Bass brace. Look them up. Crazy. I know we were talking about those electric outboard motors the other day, and I went on and found a web page. Are you kidding me? To get set up with all that, it costs as much as my first house, man. You know, Mark, I got to agree with you. See, but I limit myself. If I can't back up to where I'm fishing on the bank, I'm not fishing there. I don't care. And it sure limits me on the places I go fishing.
Yeah, Kevin, that's exactly right. But I mean, the Ohio River, the current is that low sometimes that it feels like you're on a lake. I mean, there's virtually no current.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
And more in the tributaries, like the Licking or the Great Miami. The Great Miami is where the Great Miami and the Licking River, that's where we have double anchored before. Now, what I've been doing in that situation more than double anchoring is throw the anchor out the back of the boat and then use the trolling motor to pull on it. Instead of throwing two anchors, I can usually get away with the one in the back.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Point the trolling motor in a direction and keep it turned on and just pull against that anchor.
Yeah,
and that works pretty good.
Great. Yep, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But if we're going to sit there for a long period of time, then I'll throw out two anchors, like overnight. Like Kevin does camping. You definitely would want to double anchor then. But if I'm only going to be there for an hour or so, then I'll throw one anchor out the back, use the trolling motor, and pull against it. Keep the boat straight that way. Yeah, Mark doesn't have much room for boat sway on his river. I mean, he's got to make sure he stays put.
Yeah,
I don't think his river's that wide.
No, I've seen him fishing it before. But yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, well, I got lucky when I went with J Dog. We had Curtis and Eric there, so we had automatic anchor hoist anyway.
Yeah, that's always nice too when you got somebody in the boat that is willing to pull the anchor.
Some young guys, yeah. You that's one of them times you can play the old guy card. Oh man, dude, I'm old. That bike's bad. Please,
Telly's in there. Telly's in there saying, "Well, I always offer, and you always tell me no. I can't make her pull that anchor."
No, that ain't right. I agree.
I'd rather her drive the boat, and I'll pull the anchor up.
Yeah, it's a crick, to be honest. Yep. Oh man, I can't believe it's Friday already. In fact, I almost spaced this because I thought yesterday was Wednesday until I realized it was trash day and I forgot to take the trash out. And I'm like, oh man, I got a trash can full and I don't know what I'm gonna do till Thursday.
Today's our trash day too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably whatever bags I have from here on, I'm gonna have to put them back in my truck and run down to the gas station and toss them in the dumpster and hope they don't get mad at me.
Chad is so full of crap.
Yeah, he is. He is. We let him live in his own little fantasy world, though. It's good for him. I mean, they put him on a floor in this building to work all by himself. The whole office empty and just him. He's got to have something.
Yeah, that Great Miami. I mean, the name of the river is the Great Miami River, but it's not really that great. I mean, we've caught fish in it. I'm not saying that the fishing's bad. It's just, if you're not in the channel in that river, it's like 3 foot deep.
Oh yeah, where's that at?
Just if you leave Tanner's and coming out of Tanner's Creek, instead of turning right, you turn left.
Okay.
And you just go up under the bridge and it's right there.
Okay. Yep. See,
it winds in and out of Indiana and Ohio.
Yeah.
But there's no boat ramp. And not in that area of the Great Miami anyway. So the only way to get to it is to put in at Tanner's and
boat out. Yeah.
But Donald Knight was saying that north on the Great Miami, he can't put his boat on it. And I'm assuming it's because it's not much of a river the farther north you go. But
it'd be like the White River up here that from here to Anderson, you walk across it.
Cincinnati's at 3.8 miles per hour right now and climbing. So there would be, for me, with my 24-volt power drive, I can't spot lock in that. It's too much.
I can cast across it. Yeah.
Down there where it meets the Ohio, it's fairly wide. I mean, there's a lot of good structure and everything in that part of the river down there. But, during the summer months, I mean, it gets so shallow in there, and it's not mapped. So when you go in there, your graph is useless.
Yep.
And if you're not in that channel, you can easily get into a foot or less of water.
Oh, okay, Donald Knight. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's not, you're not boating. We have the sucky Miami. You have the crime-ridden Miami. I've been looking at the map, and I think if I get a chance, like I took Dad for a ride the other day, I'm going to start taking rides and going up north of here because I was looking at some rivers up north. Oh, the Maumee, more over towards Ohio. I mapped it out. It's an hour and a half from here or something. And I'd been talking to John Euler about that river, and there's a highway runs along it a long ways, and there's a couple parks, like city parks with boat ramps and stuff. I'd like to go over and just drive around and look at it, and see if it's worth taking my little boat over to.
Hey, you know what? How long does it take you to get over there by Tanner's?
Me?
Yeah.
About 2.5 hours if I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
yeah.
Well, get in touch with me later on. I want to show you something.
Okay.
Let me show you something.
I'm gonna show you something. Secret. Super secret.
That's Fire Marshal Bill. How long after the current shifts do you think catfish switch around to the other side of the structure or find the structure to begin with? I don't know. That's an interesting question.
Hey, Donald Knight, I might get with you, man, because you're only Kenworthy's or Troy, Ohio is only about an hour and a half from me. I'll get with you. We may have to get together over there. I'll look that up on the map.
I would think it's a comfort / strategic placement thing, Kevin, that if the current switches, I'm assuming you're in a tidal river, since it says, I think that's what he's talking about. The current's going one direction, they're hiding behind the structure, it switches directions, they're going to want to move around to the other side of the structure. I would think it would be they're there for comfort and snatch off the bait as it comes by. So I would think it would be a pretty quick thing.
The whole idea is not fighting the current. So
plus, I think there's a slack period in between that shift. So during the slack period, that might be when they make the change, or I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I would think it wouldn't be long, though.
Yeah, that's what I would think. They would feel the resistance start or whatever. Hey, I'm having to start fighting.
Well, I know, like here, when the current gets bad and there's a lot of debris, they definitely get down behind that structure. They don't want to be. I mean, imagine yourself. I think somebody used the analogy of a sandstorm or something. You're going to want to get out of that debris.
Yeah.
And I think the fish do the same thing, and they get down and hide behind that structure. Now, if there's not any of that debris, it may be a totally different story. They're not going to mind that current if they're not getting beat in the face with stuff. But I know nothing, and I'm just guessing. So,
Donald Knight, I think I looked up that lake yesterday talking to Eric. If I may not have, or Curtis one too. I may not have, but it sounds familiar.
There's Greenwell and Jody.
Hey, good morning, Mikey Mike. Good to see you, buddy. And Mrs. Jody. How you doing? You going to work? Oh, you don't work today, do you? You're one of them 4-day-a-week people. You guys went fishing last night, didn't you? I thought you guys might have. When you heading fishing when you was on the live, which one was? Oh, Ernie's live before the bait shop came on.
All right, Buggy. Well, I'm going to go get some more coffee. I'm going to sweet talk Kelly into making breakfast. Yeah, it is.
Breakfast. Oh, my God. That'd be nice.
And then I'll be in chat, hanging out.
All right, brother. I'll text you later today.
Yeah, definitely get with me. I think you'd be interested in what I'm going to show you.
Okay.
It's a long drive, but I think you might be interested.
All right. Once I'm able to travel and, I can have people to come and take care of mom and dad while I'm gone, driving distance isn't a problem for me. I mean, I dirt bike raced all my life. There wasn't one closer than 2 hours to me anytime, for 30 years, So driving's not a problem.
All righty. Well, we'll talk to you later then.
All right, brother.
I'll be in chat.
Oh, there it is. So, Donald, I don't know if you'll go watch the video. I got a video of my little boat on my channel. You'll go look. If you look at that, I got a 3.5 horse motor, I think, to go on. It's brand new. I never even started it yet. So that sounds like it'd be about the perfect for a little lake like that. Because my boat, the little boat I got, I can't put on anything big that's got, big boats on it or anything. That's the kind of lake that I put it in. Mostly it was for fishing the strip pits in southern Indiana. And, so a small lake that has either like that one there has a motor size limit or even trolling motor lakes, which the ones that we go to for the strip pits are all trolling motors, because the strip pits are so small that you couldn't put a big motor. It'd be useless to have a motor on them actually. And see that 18-hour drive, John, I'm going to guess it's probably 22 for me, because I'm one of them guys that stops all the time and gets soda and goes to the bathroom. And I got to stop at Waffle House at least twice between here and Florida. And that's why nobody wants to travel with me, because I don't get in a hurry. I remember I went down there dirt bike racing probably about 2008 or 9, I guess it was. And some chick I knew took me there, paid for everything, said, I'll meet you down there. I'm going to see my mom. And when you get down there, come by my mom's and pick me up, and I'll go to dirt bike races and camp with you and stuff. But I left on Wednesday and got to Florida on Friday afternoon. But it was one of them, if you're on Interstate 75 going to Florida and you start seeing all them billboards, see the world's biggest alligator or what, you know what I mean? Well, I've driven past them things my whole life. And like, you know what? I'm stopping at every one of those this time. I stopped at every cheap tourist trap place all the way down there. And I had a ball. I was by myself, but I stopped at every one of them. I want to see these. We're at, Mark, where you're at 2 inches in an hour. I haven't even watched weather. I don't know what it's going to do here. I just know it's going to be windy and cold. Yeah, see, John, that's what everyone says. We made great time. And I'm like, well, I had a real good time. I'm one of them. It's the journey, not the destination kind of guys, And like I said, people don't believe me. After I hit 50, when I hit 50 and realized my life was halfway over, I do not hurry. I take my time, and it's one of them, if I'm driving along and it's something that I see and I've thought, man, I'd really like to see that. And I'm thinking, well, why not stop and see it now? When else are you going to have the chance? So I just stop and do it. I don't care. Which is why I travel by myself most of the times, because most people are like you. They want to get to their destination. And the only thing is I hate stopping at a hotel or whatever at 9 at night, for instance, because you're only going to be there for 4 or 5 hours sleeping, and then you're going to be on the road again. So, I sometimes I sleep in the rest areas in my car, but I don't like doing it. Usually if I do that, though, I have my pistol in my lap on my hand, 2 inches of snow fell in the last hour. McHenry County, Illinois. Well, see, and it's funny, a lot of that snow, like Mark, where you're at, it'll come across to Indiana, but it never dips down where I'm at. It goes just above me about 25 miles or so. And then like South Bend gets, Notre Dame area there, they get a lot of the lake effect snow. Okay, I will, Mark. Yeah. The shoulder harness, I'm telling you, it's comfortable, man. It wasn't that much. I don't think. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Danny Stone. My goodness, I see. Hey, how did I miss you, brother? People got to let me know. I don't see that. Oh, Danny's getting rain. Is that rain?
It's been raining. It's been raining since 7 o'clock last night.
You're kidding me.
Nonstop.
And then what? Uncle Lou's is northwest of you? 100?
Yes.
So, a couple hundred miles. And he's getting blizzards. Unbelievable. Is it supposed to get cold there where you're at?
Oh, yeah. That's the worst part of it. We're getting all this rain, and temperature's going to drop. This rain is going to freeze, and it's going to snow on top of it. And that's the worst thing you can have happen.
Yep. Because that's as slick and scary as it gets, man.
I can, it's not that bad driving on snow. Ice is a little tougher, but when you put snow on top of ice, oh my God, that's bad.
And then you can't see where the ice is.
Right. It's not coming down real hard right now, but it's been coming in just little bursts here and there. I mean, it's like pouring out of a 5-gallon bucket when it starts coming down.
Yeah, we had that the other night. Me and Dad would run down to get the mail at the old house, and 3/4 of the way there for probably 10 or 11 miles, it rained so hard you couldn't see. And then it was just like that right there otherwise.
Yep. That's what it's doing here. You can drive for a little while, you're fine, but then you got to slow down to, 10 miles an hour because it's pouring down so hard you can't see, a car length in front of you.
I'll tell you a fun fact. Where Mike Greenwell's from is where they filmed the baseball show with Tom Hanks and the women, A League of Their Own. Is that what it's called?
Major League, League of Their Own, yeah.
Yep. Evansville, Indiana. That is a cool baseball park there. Every day's Groundhog Day. I'm with you, John. I've been through it, and I'm in it now. Hey, good morning, 922. It's so good to see you today.
Jerry Parker and Josh Dunnigan are fishing together tomorrow morning in the Winter Blues. And they're planning on putting the boat on the river. Man, that's gonna be super sketchy. But those guys are smart. They know what they can't do.
Yeah, for sure. I know. We were just talking to Chris, and I guess the Ohio is on the rise big time right now. And there's like he said, there's no way he'd get his boat.
There's going to be so many logs, and trees, and trash floating down the river this weekend. It's going to be practically unfishable.
Yep. John, I'd fly that as a flag of honor, brother. I'd put that flag in my yard. Yeah, it's going to be. There's some places in our area, from what I was in, I think it even would be down to the Ohio way because it's only a couple hours south. That we're talking single digits here this weekend. So I think Sunday, but it's going to start dropping really quick. Starting tonight and into tomorrow. And the wind's the bad part. I think they were talking like 15 to 30 mile an hour sustained winds.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if it's warm. I hate fishing in the wind anytime, let alone when it's cold. Now, if you got a boat like Jody and them fish out of with that little cabin thing on the front of it, man, that's fine. Anchor that bad boy and start fishing. I think that's the ultimate setup. $6 a gallon. Yeah, no doubt. I was going to say, man, you best off bringing that seat cover in the house and letting it warm up, Ernie. They're a lot easier to put on when they're warm. I used to like putting seat covers on my dirt bike seats. And because they got all the curves and everything on them, it's real hard to get them on there without getting any wrinkles in them. Ooh, that was lightning. Heck yeah.
It's all over the place. Like I said, it's been doing that all night.
Hey, Danny Stone, John, Small Water Charter said good morning. Hey,
good morning, John. That's morning. John, Jon, John.
Yep.
for all the people that misspell it.
Yeah. He won't know you're saying hi to him if you do.
Nope. If you write JOHN, you're talking to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. They do need a break. They like to see weather come in. They know Danny ain't out there trying to get them.
Yeah, I had planned on tomorrow fishing and just watching the winter blues while I was sitting on the bank, but I think I'll watch it from the couch tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep. Especially if you got a lot of debris. I mean, you already got ran over by a barge, and now the next thing you know, you're going to get all your poles hooked on a big tree, taking them down the river.
Well, see, me and Richard Cluck, we aren't fishing together, but we're both fishing the winter blues, but we're not fishing till the 20th.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping all the trash and stuff is gone off the river by then. But our water levels are still up real high because that should put us in way better conditions for fishing.
Yeah, you know, that's funny. I've been learning by watching all these that the fishing is good when the river's coming up, if I understand it correctly. And I just wondered why.
Well, we haven't had water in the Mississippi for so long. I'm not sure if I remember how to fish it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, boy, it's been tough. And there used to be a little pond back here behind me that now that we haven't had no rain, it hadn't had water in it all year. It's just, you know, runoff water from the fields and stuff runs down a ditch and fills the pond up. But well, me and Dad was over Summer Lake where I fished during the summertime, and I don't know, it's one of them like reservoirs, and they control the water level, but it's down real far this year. I don't know if they let the water out for a reason or if because it was low partly through the summer, you know.
Ooh, man, the water's almost over the road here.
Ooh, it's got to be down 10, 11 feet, I'd say.
Well, the roadside ditches are filling up, and it's about 2 inches from the edge of the road and coming across there in a couple spots.
Oh.
I won't be going this way when I go back home.
You're right, John.
This afternoon.
You're killing me, Smalls, from Sandlot, one of the greatest shows ever made. Every time I see John in here, Lemony Brothers song starts playing in my head.
Yeah, y'all can't see nothing on my screen, can you? It's so dark.
I was gonna say it is pretty dark. You know, I can see the road and maybe.
Well, you're doing better than I am, man.
Maybe 20 or 30 feet in front of you. We could use it like one of them backup cameras and just watch the screen on your phone while you're driving.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the Bellamy Brothers. I agree. You know, you do one of these live things, you sure appreciate what Hogleg does and how smooth he does everything and it runs and stuff, because I couldn't imagine having to do all the stuff because he adds, you know, the commercials, things and all that. I wouldn't even begin to know how to do any of that. Hey, DHA, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. I'll be seeing you this morning at 9 o'clock my time. Double hook angling said,
yeah, I already called ahead to work. Told said, go ahead and clock me in. Danny's driving 45 miles an hour today.
Yep.
I'll be there when I get there.
Yeah, it is, John. I like that. Smoking marijuana with the green iguana. Yep, I like that. Are you talking about John Backlash? Yeah. He originally was going to do this program on Fridays, but he had some issues with his sleep or something. I forget what it was. At the beginning, he was having some health issues, and then I guess he has real bad insomnia, and it was messing with his sleep cycle or whatever, and he wasn't getting enough sleep. And so I asked him if he minded if I started doing it. He said not at all. And but that very first one me and him done, the very first one on his, if you haven't seen it, I'm telling you, it was literally laughing from beginning to end. He had us in stitches that morning. And if you ain't never seen it, it's probably worth going back and watching. He gets too much sleep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Backlash. He was having some health stuff going on when I talked to him. But yeah, he had us rolling that very first one. And then I think it was the second one, he was in the bathroom and didn't realize he was on the live. He flushes the toilet, does a double flush on the toilet and stuff. It's hilarious. Oh, man. But it's nice to start out your morning like this. I enjoy it. Usually I have some kind of topic to talk about, but I hadn't put enough thought in it this week to come up with anything. So we're just kind of hanging out. Okay, I will. In fact, I'll send him an email today. I didn't know he was having that, kind of health issues. I just knew he was having, when I talked to him, it just what it was. It wasn't a serious health issue. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll send him an email today. What bathroom thing, John? The bathroom thing was staged, right? I don't know. I don't know which one you're talking about, buddy. I'm sure it's up there, but I missed it. Let me scroll up and see. Oh. What song was the smoking marijuana with the green iguana? I know that lyric. I was trying to think of the song. I can picture the video in my mind actually. There we go. Oh yeah, John Parker's John Parker. I mean, he's what you get when he's on. I mean, that's just him. His dear wife is a saint. That's all I know. Oh, okay. The fuss of the toilet thing. Yeah, no, that wasn't staged. He legitimately didn't know he was live, and I can see that because when you go live, it's kind of hard to explain. You have to, when you first start your live, you have to click on your picture thing down at the bottom, and it goes up to the top corner, and it's like to check your mic and everything like that, and then you have to hit go live after that. And I can see how one would accidentally go live and not realize they'd done it. Oh, he admitted the toilet thing was staged. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I haven't talked to him or heard from him. But and again, if you haven't seen the very first show, it's worth watching. In fact, my mom made the comment that she hadn't heard me laugh like that in 15 years. Good conversationalist too. Hey, Mike, I had two of them as pets when I was a kid. Aristotle and Plato were their names. Up in Smoke, yep. I used to know the lyrics to the Battle of the Bands song Cheech and Chong sung. That was a classic movie. I went and seen it at the drive-in in my 62 microbus. The first Cheech and Chong movie. Fart, flush, wipe. Fart, flush, live, no wipe. Too much information. Yep, it was funny. I'm going to have to go back and watch that first one again myself, come to think of it, because I can't remember what was so funny about it, but I know we were dying. Yeah, I trust people not to lie to me, John. That's my fault. I'm gullible to an extent. At least that's what I want people to think, anyhow. Yep. So what you're basically saying, John, is I'm a sucker, ain't I? I agree. It's that's really possible. Or else it's all a really good act to make you underestimate me. See, you gotta wonder. Yeah, you have, but see, I thought you were an honest man before. Now I gotta have to keep my eye on you, don't I? Man, Danny Stone, that's a dark road you're driving on. That thing's got scary movie written all over it.
I know it. Well, the worst part is, man, I can see like maybe a 2 car lengths ahead of me, and that's it. But there's some real bad curves up here, and I'm not going very fast today. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yep. You know, 922, I think after the second movie, they kind of jumped the shark. The first two were real good. The first one is all time. I mean, that's one of the all time classics ever made. Right up there with Blazing Saddles and shows like that. Movies that you'll never see made again. Because, you know, it might hurt somebody's feelings. Yeah, that the Corsican Brothers, that's the one I was thinking of. Was it the second one that had Pee Wee Herman in it? And he was doing the coke, and he'd come up from under the table and do like this, and say, "Come down here," and they'd go under the table doing coke. That was I think the first movie role that Pee Wee Herman was ever in. Born in East LA. Yeah, man, that's the classic. Mama suck it to me, try to tell me how to live. Yeah, I may have watched that one too many times. And my other favorite movie that's came out in the last 20 years is The Big Lebowski, I'd say. That movie is, I don't know, I can't explain it, but The Big Lebowski, I have to watch that when I'm getting really jaded and well, what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't know. I use The Big Lebowski to give me an attitude adjustment, I guess. I'm not sorry. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot another classic movie is Pee Wee's Big Adventure. There's so many cameos in that. Did I miss Steve Mosley? Good morning, Steve Mosley. In case I missed you. Mexican Americans don't like to just get into gang fights. They like flowers and music and white girls named Debbie too. See, that's another one I gotta watch. Let's see. I think I got The Big Lebowski on DVD somewhere, but I don't own a DVD player. The one on my computer don't work no more. But my computer was new when Windows 8 came out, so it might be a little old. Hey man, don't answer the door. Or when the chick snorts the Ajax on the counter, the face she makes. The in I don't know, you have to be a product of the 70s probably, but Cheech Marin in the Battle of the Bands, the tank top he has on is the Quaalude tank top with the Roar 714. Chris, are you talking about the movie Patton with was it George C. Scott plays Patton? That's a good one. go, Danny? We lost you there for a minute, buddy.
This rain is really messing with my phone signal. I've never lost signal in that stretch of road right there before, but boy, I did today.
Well, I'm telling you, like I said, that road there's a dark, scary movie road all day long.
That's why I drive right down the middle of it.
Yeah.
As long as I don't see car lights in front or behind me, I just take the middle of the road and drive it like I own it.
Oh yeah, John, the movie The Dirty Dozen. That's a classic. Yeah, Ernie got the hammer down. Yep, Dirty Dozen was classic, and I remember the movies as a kid. Battle of the Bulge.
Now, which one do you prefer? Or they're both great movies in my opinion, but the original Magnificent Seven or the remake with Chris Pratt and all them?
I don't like any remakes ever.
I'm gonna tell you that was a pretty good movie though. I did like that one.
I haven't never seen it, but I just sometimes I get mad they make so many remakes. It's like, don't you guys have anything original anymore? You know what I mean? It just seems like they've been stuck on these remake things for the last 15 or 20 years. Yep. And Battle of the Bulge was pretty good about the tanks. And then the one tank movie with Brad Pitt in it, I don't know if you've ever seen that. That's a pretty good movie. I can't remember the name of it. Hey, Danimals, good morning, buddy. Yep, I agree, Chris. You can't touch the classics. Yeah, remake bad movies instead of good ones. I agree 100%. And I'm trying to think of some of the other World War II movies because those were big in the 70s. But if you've never seen the one that Brad Pitt done as the tank crew, that movie's really good.
I don't know what movie you're talking about. I can't think of the title of it.
You know what I think was cool, and you never really see them anymore, but they made all them kind of hokey disaster movies back in the 70s, like Earthquake. And I remember the one, I think it was Earthquake, because they had the guy that had the motorcycle with the loop-de-loop thing or whatever, but they done, or the Towering Inferno. The Poseidon Adventure was actually a really good one, but some of the other ones were pretty hokey. Grumpy Old Men's a classic, dog. I'm telling you, that movie there, if you don't laugh watching that movie, then you're not a human, because that movie is hilarious. Mainly because all of us know some old men like that typically. And then the outtakes at the end with Meredith, what's his name? I can't remember his name now, but
Meredith Burgess.
Yeah, the outtakes at the end is hilarious. I watched. Oh, it's been a couple months back now, but it's a mad world or whatever. And it's just one of them mindless, funny movies, and I'd forgotten how good it was. It was pretty funny. I think sometimes we become jaded as we get older, and those movies that were really funny aren't as funny anymore. And it's not because the movie's not funny, it's because I became jaded, I think. Yep, Ernie should be ready to go by springtime. That new knee's going to change his life. Once you can walk without him hurting, it's amazing. What was the one? I can't think of it now. Local 252, is that the name of the one with the tank with Brad Pitt? Is it Fury? Is that the name of it? great animals. But there's so many movies that they couldn't make today. And the biggest one I think is Blazing Saddles. They could no way, shape, or form make that movie today. Well, heck, half of the Mel Brooks movies they couldn't make today. More than half. Let alone the Monty Pythons. Yeah, Ernie, I got to rewire the little boat, and I'm not going to be able to get it in the garage, so I'm going to have to do it in the springtime now because it needs completely rewired from the running lights to, all the switches for like the live well and the bilge pump and stuff are all, they're done. Yep, John, I got to agree with you. That is a good one. And now there's some really, really good World War II documentaries out there. The one PBS done, I think it's like 6 or 7 episodes about on World War II. $2,000? Are you kidding me? Did you 922? Yeah, I gotta do it, and I'm one of them guys that if I do it, I want to do it. I can't explain it. When I worked at the cable company, for instance, we had the processing station. It's called the head end. And it's got thousands and thousands of wires that run through it, from receivers and transmitters and everything. And all of them had to be, ran and bundled and all labeled and kept in a really good, orderly fashion. So, that's the kind of thing I want to do when I wire the boat. That's how my brain works. It all has to be done very neat and look real good. Oh man, nice animals. I miss my house I moved out of to move back here in Noblesville. It had a 2-car garage. You pulled in, and there was an opening in the back of it, and there was another 2-car garage. But the only way you got into that one was coming through. So I used that one there. I kept all the motorcycles and stuff back there and done all.
All right, Buggy. I got to jump off here. There's my partner waiting for me in the truck. We got a lot of work to get done.
Okay, brother. Be safe out there today, all right?
God bless all y'all. We love you, and we'll see you later.
All right. Remember, that job ain't more important than your life. Roofing metal has made a hit with people the last few years now. Yep. Oh, I forget. There's like it's almost like the old Auto Trader, but it's free. It's in the gas stations. The little newspaper magazine with cars and stuff. In the back of it has ads for stuff, and there's one in there that sells metal siding and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember the name of that little newspaper thing, but you might check it out because I think that guy sells secondhand or some gently used metal, stuff like that. You might go get cheaper. Yeah, we put a metal roof on our old house before we moved here. I think they're the way to go. I appraised a house. It's been probably 8 or 9, 10 years ago, and it had a metal roof that literally looked like dimensional shingles. It was really, and I had to research it, for my appraisal of the house. And I forget, it had a lifetime warranty. It almost had a coating on it, almost like rhino liner. You know what I mean? And it was a metal roof, but from the street, when you looked at it, it looked like a shingled roof. Yep. That's the best part about the internet, man. You can find stuff like that nowadays. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I had bought it was 12 by 20, one of them metal buildings for the old house, and my buddy that owns this house here, I worked out a trade with him, and they just went. Him and a buddy of his went and tore it there, took it all apart, not tore it, but took it all apart, loaded it up, moved it to his house, and put it back together. You got to go out, buddy. Hold on. Will, is your big buddy going to go out with you? Huh? Go get her. Tell her you want to go outside. Don't tell her you're ready to go potty. She may not want to go, though. Come on, I'll let you go. You coming? You're doing the combat crawl across the floor. Come on, let's go. You got me standing here waiting on you by the door. I don't think Tilly's coming. You come on, buddy. Come on. That tail going 100 miles an hour. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. I'm not all the way over and rub your belly just to get you to go outside, huh? Come on, let's go. Oh, goodness, Dad. He said, oh, goodness, Dad, I want to go outside. I said, I don't want to go because Tilly won't go with me. Tilly's laying in bed. She said she's not getting up yet. She's not getting up yet, you little knucklehead. Do you want to go or not? I'm going to sit back down if you don't want to go out. Come on. Get up here. You going to go or not? She's not going, dude. I told you she doesn't want to go out. What are you doing, huh? Now, cute dog is not going to work this morning. Look at you. Rolling over, getting stuff all over you. Come over here. What are you doing, huh? You want to go outside today, huh? You want to go out? Huh? Are we going outside today, huh? Said you going to go outside, huh? Yeah, I don't know, Dad. He said, we're going out, huh? You on the TV right there, huh? I know it. You gonna make kisses, huh? There we go. You gonna go out, honey, huh? Well, he's a good boy today. Who's the best puppy in this chair at this time? I think that would be you. Wait down all night if you're cooking breakfast, brother. I'll be over that way in a little bit. I like my eggs over easy and my bacon crunchy. See you, 922. Glad you stopped by and seen us, brother. Another log on the fire. Well, we're going to go out, or you're just going to sit up here until Mom gets done? Huh? All right, that's fine. You ready to go? He's a good boy. You want to go outside? No? Yes, I know. There you go, buddy. You're a good man. Gotta get on it. Okay, we'll see you, Danimals. Be safe working today, buddy. There you go. Go on, Steve. Now let me know if you want to go out. You're going to have to go make Tilly come in here. She don't want to go with you. Hey, Terry B. Good morning. Yeah, it ain't getting daylight here. It sure is where Eric's at. He's about, 2.5, 3 hours east of me, so it'll be getting daylight here for a long. Has to be green. Oh, man. There are a million things to do and no motivation to get them done. Ooh, you're lucky it didn't rip the top off that truck, Eric. Jeez, ooh. I know you ain't got that much clearance going through that bridge right there.
Probably about 3 inches.
Your mic was muted, brother. I'm sorry. I don't think I'd done that.
No, I muted it because when I'm on the highway, I don't want the road noise.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, that bridge looked pretty sketchy. I was wondering.
I got 3 inches. That's what she said.
3 inches.
740.
Traffic kind of backed up, is it there, Mark? Going in Chicago. I hate driving around Chicago, man. Every time I've ever went around Chicago, I got in a roadblock. Every single time. Not sometimes. Every time I've driven around Chicago, there's been a traffic jam. Y'all going to hear the TV for a little bit now. Mom's up. Where you at, little guy? You want to go out? I hear you whining. Come on, let's go.
You know, I've only had like 8, 9 stops all week. Not today, 13.
Oh, you're kidding me. On Friday?
Yeah, I think they do that on purpose. I really do.
Yeah.
And then I gotta go to West Virginia today.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you go, buddy? Come on, I'll let you out. Let's go.
Just outside of Point Pleasant. You know where Palm Beach is from.
No, I guess not now. Are you going or not? Come on, let's go potty. You're killing me, Smalls. You coming? I told you she's not gonna go. Ooh, you may not want to. There's rain on the door. Let's see. It might be raining, buddy. You might not want to go out there. Yep. It's not raining right now. You might want to go now before the rain gets here. Nope. Okay. I don't know what you want then. Sorry. Is it snowing up there, Mark, in the Chicago area? I went to let the dog out. There's rain on the sliding door, so it must have been raining a little bit. Come on, you want to go? Let's go. I'm not playing anymore. Let's go out. Come on. I'll get her for you. Till, you want to go potty? Come on, honey. You want to go out? Nope. Okay. Come on, little dude. Let's go. Come on, let's go outside, you big dummy. Come on, let's go. Little man. Get on this, Smalls. Come on, I'll go with you. Come on, I'll go with you. Let's go. If you pee in my house, I swear I'm going to put you out here and leave you all day out in that cold rain. You hear me? Oh, goodness gracious. I'll be right back. I got a non-cooperative dog. Two inches in 5 minutes. That's what she said. Hey, good morning, Chrissy. Nice to see you. How you feeling this morning? Huh? Oh, hold on. Come on, let's go. Come on, little guy. Let's go. Tilly, are you coming with us? Let's go. I knew you'd say come if I said it that way. Come on, Tilly. Let's go, honey. Quit, little guy. Quit jumping on her. That's why she don't want to go out with you, because you always jump up on her head. There we go, guys. Go on. Let's go potty. Hurry before the rain comes. Go on, Tilly. Go potty. Uh-oh, you go pee. Come on. There you go. Nice job. Hurry up, little guy. I got to go pee, too. That was a good job on the psych out there, Tilly. Yeah, you're a smart dog. Big dog got up and went to the door. Little dog went running out the door, so the big dog turned back around, came back in. Yeah, you're a good girl. How you doing? Hold on, you got boogie eyes there. That's such a good girl. Yeah, it sure is. You love your daddy. Yeah. I know you just want to get the treats when the little dog comes in. I know how you are. Oh, I do too, John, when it's not cold. I usually step out off the deck and pee off the back steps.
Oh.
But it's a little cold for that right now. Gig, hey buddy, it's good to see you. I'm guessing you ain't fishing today, are you? There's a little guy ready to come back in.
Melanie.
Why do you go around that way? You get it tangled up every single time. It's too cold. I'm not moving. I'm not going around untangling it right now. Hold on, I'll get you some treats. Let's see here. There. Come on. Here you go, guys. Good puppies. That's good puppies to go outside today. Yes, they are. All right, man. Sorry about that. I had to go pee pee. I had to go pee too, not just the dog. And Eric, it looks like you're gonna have a nice day over there. I don't know why you get this nice weather and I get the bad weather, and I'm not that.
Yeah, you think it'd be nice until about lunchtime.
Oh
then
yeah.
that rain and stuff's going to move in.
And John in the military, they told us not to pee on our hands.
That's why I'm trying to hurry up and get everything done. Because after Chillicothe, they want me to go to Jackson and then Gallipolis and West Virginia, and then an hour and a half drive down the back roads where it floods
Yeah.
to Portsmouth, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it the efficient way, not the way they want you to go to the customer that spends more money.
Yeah.
I'm not. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm doing it so it saves like an hour's worth of my drive time.
Exactly. And, but if you get paid by the hour, man. Oh wait.
It's Friday. I don't care if I get paid by the minute. I'm in a hurry. I don't want to be. You know what I mean? Friday's the day I want to get home early. But it never happens like that.
Yeah, Chrissy, I was getting ready to ask you if you couldn't hear me. I was like, I think I'm on. You about had me through for a curveball there. Yeah, that it's easy to sit at a desk and throw that route out there without actually going out and driving it.
Mm-hmm. The computer throws the route out.
Hey, man, John, if she ain't good enough for your cousin, she ain't good enough for nobody. Yeah, it's starting to lighten up out there, but it's not going to be. How many gray days in a row can you have before you lose your mind? I'm guessing about 6 in a row, and we probably got 5 now.
It's all right, Chris. I think they do that on purpose to me.
Oh yeah.
But hey, well, after 5 hours a day, I'm in overtime, so
Yeah,
I guess
see,
that makes it worth it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm driving slower, and then if I'm getting paid by the hour, I ain't in no hurry.
Yeah, but I want to get done. Well, get most of my route done before the rain moves in and the wind. Driving this thing in the wind, the white knuckles, baby.
Kelly, where are you gonna have 51 degrees at, buddy? You man, the only place that I know of that's gonna be that warm. All right, John, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out.
Yeah, we'll see you later, John.
Never met my cousins. That 80 sounds hot. Yeah, that sounds a little too warm for me.
Hot weather ain't good for a fat guy, you know.
I'm good for about 70. Hold on, I got a dog getting ready to bark. I'm going to have to go in here and shut up quick.
Anywhere in between 60 and 70, I'm good.
There. Yeah, 80 is too hot. I'm fat. I sweat when it reaches 80. I think you're going to have some wind down there, ain't you, Gig? '20s and low 30s. Is that at night, Chris? What is your temperature in the daytime this time of year? I don't even know what our temperature is going to be. I haven't watched the news yet this morning.
News is all bad news. Only time I watch is for the weather.
Yeah,
Anymore, I just watch Ryan Hall.
I'm with you, Ernie. 60s, 70s with no humidity, with low to no humidity, and I'm perfect. I'll go fishing from daylight to dark. Did you really, Mark? I know I was sitting here and fell asleep sitting in a chair last night watching something, and I don't know, it was probably 10 o'clock or so. Pop woke me up wanting some medicine, and oh, I was headed to bed after that, but I still, it was midnight before I even got to sleep, I think, though. I need some eye drops. I got cloudy eyes. There we go. That's better. Cold front every 3 days. Define cold there, Gig. We got a cold front coming too.
They don't know what cold is down there. them Floridians. I think that's how they say it.
What are you gonna make to go with them there, Ernie? Did you say fritters, like pork fritters? Hey, Uncle Lou, glad to see you're back, safe and sound, buddy. Where my eye drops are. Here we go. I got gumpy eyes today. That dry heat in the wintertime gets to you. There we go. Good morning, Mom and son. How are you today? No, it's going to be too cold here to even go driving around today, I think. Man, I got something in my eye. $46. I can live with that. Fried bread, huh? Don't think I ever had that before. Unless you're talking about French toast. Oh, it's raining good now. And it's coming out of the northeast. We usually get bad storms if they come from that direction. Because I don't know if you can see it on that window back there, but it's raining now and it's running down the window. I can hear it hitting the window. Big flitters. I don't know if what you're trying to say, fritters or flitters there, Ernie. Oh, okay. All right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, no worries. Huh. Well, see, Billy, here fritters here are pork fritters. That's what we call fritters. They're breaded tenderloins, I guess, in other places. Cornbread. Yep, I have to look them up, Ernie Earn. Okay, Mark, you too, buddy. Sorry you're not going to make the trip into the big city. What kind of storms, Mom and sons? Are you talking snowstorms or rainstorms? Yeah, Mark, I'm trying to figure out. I got some stuff I need to do, but the list is so long I don't know where to start. I think I'm going to start making me a daily list so I get a little better organized. Oh, yep, Billy, I'm country too. Just I haven't had those before. Yeah, I could probably go back to bed for a while, I suppose, if I really had to. I'll see you Monday morning, Mark. If I don't see you in something else before then, I'm sure I will.
The winter blues.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
You know, I have to say, if I was going to have a tournament, I'd want Chad to
Yeah,
host it.
yeah. This stuff he puts on is pretty good stuff. Him and the ones Brian B does are good too. I still think the best
I
one.
have to say, Chad's the best
Yeah, I still
at
think the
the
best one
tournaments.
I've seen yet is the keep it or weigh it one or whatever. That was a pretty interesting one.
You know, when Brian finally does announce his Midnight Madness, I've been on him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We got to get redemption.
Heck yeah, Chris. Bacon grease makes anything good. You can put that on dog food and it's gonna taste good. Mm.
Traffic.
Oh really? Risk of tornadoes? Yeah, yeah. That ain't good. Oh goodness. Trying to keep my eyes open. Rain, lightning, risk of tornadoes in South Carolina. Almost like springtime. Mm. So what's anybody doing tonight? Anything interesting? Going out to eat, hibernating in the house, watching a movie.
Watching it snow on Mark's house.
Yeah. You know, I'm at the point now that I could actually, if it wasn't for mom and dad, I could do away with cable. I don't ever watch TV anymore. And the things I watch are, on ESPN, which I can get, off of the internet.
I did away with cable. Now I have YouTube TV.
Yeah, Chris, I agree with you. You're getting those. You're out there. You're getting flooded from California people, which means in another decade, you guys will all have high taxes and crappy places because they'll ruin it all. You're okay, Billy. I know what you meant. Yeah, hibernate's right. Bears definitely have the right idea for wintertime. But I don't know. Like, they reintroduced bears in Kentucky a decade or so ago, and they're overpopulated with them now. And I don't know if they sleep during the winter or not because they sure tear the trash up still. They got some new bait scissors, man. Oh, they look pretty gnarly. I had trouble cutting bait up, and because I'm only cutting up bluegill, I think they're going to work. There we go.
I
There's
got
one.
one of shearing scissors from on Timu.
Yeah.
I got one of them to use now. Cuts
It,
right through, right
it,
off the. You can
it's
see it.
got a hook almost like you would use on a skinning
Yep.
knife. See it? I don't know
Yep.
what that's
Just
for.
like that.
Yeah, I don't know what the little know what
But
you
it's
would
not
use.
got the plastic handle. It's all metal.
I don't know what I would use this hook, the skinning thing for. I'm sure it's for something. And then the teeth right there are real sharp. I don't know what I use them, but I've never used, scissors for cut bait, but that's what these are made for. They're Berkeley, so we'll find out. Because the bait I use is just bluegill, so they should be all right for that, I would think. To cut up bluegill with. I just don't know how much leverage, the handles have until I actually get to try them. But they sure are sharp. You can take a finger off with them, I'm pretty sure. You ought to market them to the mafia. Instead of cutting them fingers off with a knife, use these now. That or a pair of tin snips always works good. Crazy for crying, crazy for trying, crazy now I'm over you. Let's pat the Klein out there for people today.
Music's junk nowadays. Most of it's all.
Yeah, they quit making country music. Yeah, they quit making country music in about 1985. And then I don't even know what they make now. They don't make rock and roll hardly anymore.
Come on, Buggy. We need to listen to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I could not tell you a name of one of her songs. I've seen her on TV and stuff, but I honestly don't think she's that good of a singer. I know I'll get a million people tell me how crazy I am, but no,
Not yet. Not yet, Uncle Luke.
Man, you headed out in the middle of nowhere, Eric. It's kind of hilly there in the horizon.
This is Chillicothe. This is Veterans Memorial Drive. I think this is.
Well,
Bernie knows where it's at. Just over by where Clearwater. Yeah, Clearwater. Skip. It works. He works right up here.
You awake now, Jody?
I run into him. That's why I said when we were talking about fixing reels, that guy, you watch some of his videos, he knows what he's doing. He's one of the river warriors, the warrior you never see.
Oh yeah.
Clearview Outdoors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does he have videos on taking apart Abu reels and stuff?
I think so, but I'm not exactly for sure.
Yep, I need to find one to do maintenance on my Abus.
I know he does that for Roger and Zach.
Hey Billy, I used to go to the Easy Riders bike show in Columbus, Ohio, years ago. Me and my brother would go over there, and then Chillicothe has they used to have a big bike rally over there. I don't know if they still do or not.
Yep, at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, in the summertime. Yep, I never went over to it, but we used to go to the Easy Riders. Used to do a bike show at the convention center in downtown Columbus.
Yep. Now I got bike paths all down through here. Not for motorbikes, for bicycles.
Yeah.
But me riding a bicycle, that ain't happening.
Ernie, there ain't nothing wrong with it. I was just gonna, clean it, take it apart and clean it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They work fine, but I didn't use them that much this year, but I did last year, and I don't know if I should take them apart and clean them. I mean, they work fine, they're real smooth and everything, so
Just
they
make
may
sure
not
you
need
do
it.
it. make sure you lube it up.
Well, see, I was reading something about that, and there's certain places you lube and certain places you don't. And the drag disc and stuff, you don't want to get any lube on them.
Skip ain't been driving his truck, so I can't tell if he's at work or not. He's been driving his wife's car.
Billy's Apache's an MC, are they? The motorcycle club. There you go, Jody. Preventive maintenance. If you wait till it's broke, you went too long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you was headed in there to get gas or something.
Nah, one of my stops.
Gas at one of the gas stations by me was $2.59 2 days ago or something, and me and Dad drove by there yesterday. It was $2.99. I don't get it.
262, I think is what it says over there. But I don't get gas unless it's at Speedway because I want them points.
Mad Cats has them on sale. You know, Lou, I'm thinking about my next reel. One of them is what I'm thinking about getting, but I got to get a rod first. My Tangling with Cats fishing rod, I was going through and cleaning it and stuff, and I found a crack in it. And I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but that's one of them. If you don't, you may catch the fish of a lifetime and the rod break because you knew that crack was there instead of replacing it. I don't know. So I need to get another rod. And then
Still waiting on my silver Uncle Lou rod.
Silver, that's gonna be a lot. Where I am, I gotta buy an Uncle Lou casting rod, so it goes with the spinning rod, and then I'll have one of each. The orange classic ones. Now, I'd love to have a blue one, but I gotta match this orange one with a casting reel orange one.
I mean, I would like to have a green Uncle Lou rod, but he told me he'd never make green. So I guess I'll say silver. All right, be back.
Mad Cat's reels. So they're not his reels. They're not actually Ancient Mariner reels. They're Slime Cat reels, huh? Crazy for crying, crazy for crying. That Patriot rod's awesome. I'd like to have one of them, but it's on the back burner thing. I got to get a rod that makes sense right now. That Patriot rod, man, it's so pretty. I'd hate to use it. Never on another what, Uncle Lou? Reel? I got the two Abu reels and the 100th anniversaries or whatever. They had them on sale. Someone in a live one day said that a website had them for $157. And I jumped over there first to make sure they were actually the real ones, and they were. So I ordered two of them, and I don't see how you can go wrong with it. Oh, the new ones are coming out of CatCon, huh? You know, it's the catfishing's growing so fast, and there's so much product coming out now. It's almost hard to keep up with. I would say it's the fastest growing genre of fishing there is right now. The guy at my bait shop here in town said that he had noticed a huge influx of catfishing people. Yep, I'm with you, Lou. Like I said, I bought Ancient Mariners for the simple, Abu Garcia for the simple fact they've been around forever and they have a very good reputation. And right now, I don't get to fish a lot anyway, but those two reels should last me the rest of my life if they're taken care of. Thought I had an extra one somewhere, but I guess I don't. I did find a catfishing sumo rod in my garage when I moved. I forgot all about it, which I may have to use instead of the whisker whip or Tangle with Cat's whisker whip until I can get an Uncle Lou rod. Then I do have the Ugly Stick classic 10-foot two-piece catfish special, baby. I like this rod. I don't care what anybody says. It's a classic and it's a dandy. The catfish special. Heck, it's still got the plastic on the handle. I never even noticed that. Here's something I found. I forgot I had a. All you fancy digital scale people, well, I got the original little scales. Remember those? There we go. I can weigh me some fish, pal. I can go all the way up to 8 pounds. But that's a classic, and it also comes with a tape measure. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. I don't know how far it goes, but I found that in the garage when I moved in my toolbox. I don't know where it come from. The box is a little rough, but it's still a box. And actually, that 8 pounds ain't bad because that's about what I use here anyway. It's a shame that box is in such bad shape, isn't it? Accurate scale with a 24-inch steel tape. It measures. Let's see. Folds up and fits in your watch pocket. Okay, that's what. All right, that's why the little thing folds up in there. Langley Corporation, manufactured San Diego, California. What's that one say? Made in the USA. So it'll fit in your watch pocket. That's cool. I'll probably put that one up somewhere. Hey, V8 Velocities. Morning. How are you? Boy, Gig, I guess if anyone would be a good reference for a reel as much fishing as you do, that'd be it. I mean, I would follow your advice on one. Anyone that fishes for a living has got to have good equipment. Because the last thing you'd want on a good day out there fishing when you're going to make a lot of money is for your equipment to quit or mess up. Hey, want to be outdoors? Good morning. Mitchell 300, yep. Well, I can tell you that screen right there doesn't reflect what I'm seeing back there. It's just a dark gray looking, and that makes it look almost bright. I mean, it's not that bright back there. It's gray and yucky. My God, the little pond's got water in it. I have to walk back there and look. You use spinning reels, Gig? Now, Dad, he's used spinning reels with his ultralights, bluegill rods forever and a day. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what it is about spinning reels. I just can't use them and get used to it. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. That old, not a Bronco or a pickup truck over there.
What? Looking at that Ford over there, ain't you?
Oh yeah, it is a pickup truck. Okay, that's what I was. Man, I need an old pickup truck. I don't need nothing fast. I just need a good old dependable pickup truck to have around the house.
I need a smaller pickup truck. One I can drive back and forth to work.
Yeah, I used to have a couple. I've had a couple Chevy S10s.
That's what I was looking at, was a Chevy S10.
Yep. See, I made a mistake. The one I bought was a single cab instead of an extended cab, so you couldn't lay the seat back, and that was just a life lesson learned there. You know, because driving from here to Florida and not being able to lay the seat back, you learn real quick, man, I should have bought the extended cab. Where the next truck I buy, I'll be a 4-door. It'll have 4 doors. You know, and I like 4-wheel drive, but it's going to kill my gas mileage. My little Ford, it's the hybrid's got a little 4-cylinder, and then the electric part, it shuts itself off at lights, and then when you take off, the electric motor kicks in to assist the gas motor when you accelerate to burn less fuel. You know, it doesn't tax the motor as much or something. I don't know how to explain it. But I didn't know nothing about a hybrid until I bought it. And the only reason I bought it was such a good price. And it was a insurance adjuster company car. Collect reels and baseball cards. I'll tell you what, you come across the right card, you're in for the money.
Yeah, I miss my little Geo Metro. That's what I used to deliver pizza then.
Yeah,
That thing was great on gas mileage.
Yeah, we had a little Geo Metro that was handed down through the family. I think my son ended up with it in high school. It was a beater, don't get me wrong. It was a hoopty. But it was okay for a 16-year-old kid to drive back and forth to high school.
Go on, Ashley.
How you been, Ash? It's good to see you.
Yeah, when I had my Geo Metro, I took the passenger seat out.
Did you really?
Yep, that way I could put the pizzas right there, stack them up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I see.
Yep, and then the exhaust, you know how it right underneath it, it always keep the real
I
pizzas
said,
real
can you keep them warm? Yeah.
warm. Yep. And
That's
customer
cool.
used to request for me to deliver their pizzas because every time I delivered it was nice and hot.
3-gallon buckets full of dead reels, or 3 5-gallon buckets. I did get my little screw for my Abu that keeps the nut from uh, coming loose, but I think there should be a washer that goes under this nut here. I'm not sure, but there's no washer, so you don't crank it down too tight. You know what I mean? I need to pull the schematic up and look if there's supposed to be a washer there, and if there is, then I gotta order one because there isn't one on there. They're letting that drag up there. Oh, there's my bag of Chex Mix. I wondered what happened to that. Heck yeah. Chex Mix. I pour them in this bag so I can pick the pretzels and the little long hard things out because I don't like those. How are you, Ash? It's good to see you this morning, honey. Nope. What? I got a whole bunch of the little undercast Zebco ultralights. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a closed face reel, but it's got the little trigger underneath that you cast with. I always liked them for bluegill, but the
I think he's
B
saying
with the
nope
flip
about the
flopper.
washer.
What's that?
I think he's saying nope about the washer.
Oh, no washer under there. Okay, then that'll work. I just don't crank it that tight then, because I actually tightened it up too much where it made it kind of hard to reel. Best I could figure anyway, because I loosened it back up and the reel spun freer again. The Jesus clip, I like that. See, my other one, instead of having the silver thing, it's got the black plastic one. I think that comes with it, and I've got that, but I put that one on there for some reason, and I don't even remember why now. But I put the metal one on that one. Trying to keep warm. Yep. Yeah, the weather here would sure make a good nap day because there's rain running down my sliding glass door windows right now.
Oh, it's raining where you're at?
Yeah. Yeah, it just started raining. It's not raining hard because the deck doesn't have any water standing on it yet. It's just kind of blowing, light rain. Huh. Dark brown. And are you talking about the plastic cap that goes on over the reel net? Okay. It kind of like I had to order the little screw this week, Loof, that goes on them because I couldn't find it. So I get now what you mean. You understand, Michael? Yeah, I have no idea what happened to that little screw, but I know that nut come loose on the reel handle I was fishing the other day. And I was like, oh, I didn't have any wrenches with me. I had the little wrench that comes with them. I had it in one of my little tackle trays, but it was my little one I take like if I'm walking back somewhere. What are you going to send him? Yeah, because I have a little box set up just for if I'm going to like walk back to the river or something, and so I don't carry my whole tackle box or nothing. And I thought the wrench was in here, but it wasn't. And I ended up finding it somewhere, and I don't remember where because I had two of them. And I think this is the box I had with me when the reel came loose. So or the handle came loose, the nut. So I just hand tightened it and kept an eye on it till I was done fishing. There you go, Billy. That's good karma right there. Yeah, Billy, that's cool. Uncle Lou does a lot for the fishing community. No worries, Eric. You're fine, buddy. I figured that's what it was. Yeah, Uncle Lou, but you're good at giving free things, so sometimes you just have to let someone give you something. And the reason I say that, I had a friend of mine wanted to give me something, and I was like, nah, man, I don't want to take that. And his response to me was, but you're going to rob me of the enjoyment of giving you something. You see what I mean? And when I looked at it that way, it made sense. I was like, okay, you're right. It makes perfect sense that he would get enjoyment out of giving you something. So from now on, because I'm like you, I very rarely would accept free things until, he said that to me. And I'm like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And so now if someone says they want to give me something, I don't, say, no, I don't want you to do that. I say, okay, thanks. I appreciate it. So you're not going to rob Billy of the enjoyment of sending it to you. There you go, Billy. I hooked you up, buddy. Uncle, you ain't got any clearance rods that nobody knows about that you're going to hook me up on a really good deal on, do you? We'll talk. Which I got a bunch of stuff out in the garage that I probably ought to start giving away too. Some fishing stuff that I'm not going to use. I need to go through it and see what all I have and maybe just start doing some giveaways on Friday morning shows, but I don't know how to do all that stuff. I had to have someone else come in and do that. Oh, no, Uncle, 100%. I know for a fact you're that way. I understand entirely. You are one of the most gracious people in this community. But like I said, until I looked at it from that other person's perspective, I'm like you. I would never want no one to send me anything until the person pointed out, but you don't understand. I'm not sending it to you for you. I'm sending it to you for me, meaning that it would make me happy if you would accept my gift. And in some cultures they'll cut your hands and feet off if you don't accept their gifts. I'm kidding. I made that up. Yeah, and that's Billy. That's it right there. It took me a long time to understand that, and still it took me a while to accept it. And then because I was always like you were like Uncle Lou. Well, I'll just give it to you. I'm gonna sell it to you. And I forget what it was they wanted. Someone wanted to send me something. I can't remember what it was, and it wasn't nothing. I mean, something. It had no monetary value or whatever, I guess, or whatever. But when they put it that way, I was like, that makes perfect sense. I agree. There you go, Jody. Call him out. Yep, call him out. But it's the people who don't want to accept things are the ones that you want to send things to because they're the people that have the bigger hearts. Exactly, Lou. All good people deserve good things, and you deserve them too because you're a good person. So you just give Billy your darn address and quit fussing. You're going to get it in the mail. Don't make us look you up. I got people. I got secret people. I'll find out where you're at. In fact, I still have the piece of PVC that you sent that Uncle Lou rod to me in that I gave Lee's wife. It may have a return address on it. I have to look. Mhm. Well, I don't know about that one. That could be a toss up. Jody and Uncle Lou, that could be a toss up. Because for a long time, Jody wouldn't listen to me about getting some sleep when she was be out on that boat late all the time and driving home tired. Yeah. Yeah, Billy, we'll get his. I can get his address from somebody, and I'll give it to you, and you can send it to him. And just send it with no return address, so he can't send it back. J Dog, good morning, sunshine. You were exactly who I was thinking of, J Dog, when I said that. I said I got a way of getting his address. I wasn't going to put your name out there though, but I was going to do it on the DL. Yeah, Billy, right there. J Dog's the one that'll hook you up on it because he knows Uncle Lou deserves something also. If you ain't careful, I'll send him some chocolate covered cherries like you get at Christmas time because I think they're gross. You always have to call for it. That's like me. I don't ever write nothing down. NJ, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you come back in and see us. I don't even know what time it is. Heck, it's after 8, isn't it? I didn't even know. I finally remembered. I got it committed to memory. See, exactly, Jody. And that's the perspective I always had. I didn't want nothing free. And, I think it was someone from my church or something that pointed it out to me. Said, you're denying me the pleasure of giving you something. And because I'd never looked at it that way. You won one of the blue Uncle Lou rods. Those things are nice, man. That's such a great color, that blue. It's deep blue looking. Yeah. Yeah. If that's what it is, yeah, those rods are really good looking rods. When he got those, I was going to order one, but if I get another Uncle Lou rod, it probably had to be an orange one. NJ, never heard of her. See, NJ, welcome back. Oh, ooh, that rain's starting to turn to snow, it looks like. Ooh, oh, it is. The deck's starting to turn white. Ah, man. We could end up with that freezing rain ice stuff. It maybe, I don't know, because you see the top of the rail on the deck there is turning white. There you go, Billy. We'll hook him up. What are you doing today, J Dog? She doesn't use your ride, J Dog. Man, what an insult. But I forget somebody gave me something and I never used it and they got mad at me and I was like, but I don't want to get it dirty or ruin it or whatever, you know what I mean? I said that's why I put it up on my shelf. You headed back to the gym today? Well, man, you so dedicated. I wish I was going. I need to get me a membership, J Dog, and we can FaceTime at the gym. See which one of them has the best workout equipment. NJ, what are you doing, man? You just stop in and give the googly eyes and then go away? Yep. Yeah, you're right, Gigan. I'm not. I'm like you, Lou. I'm over it, and we haven't had but one, and it was like 3 inches of snow that lasted a day. But this here definitely doesn't look good because it was rain earlier, just flat out rain, and now it's starting to turn into snow. I think I got enough Red Bull until tomorrow and stuff. Anyway, I may not leave the house today. Yeah, J Dog don't go live that much. He's like me, man. I think it's a jinx. Every time I'm catching fish, if I go live, they stop biting. So the only way I go live now when I'm fishing is if, like, I went up on Danny Stones and them live the last time I went fishing. I won't go live myself fishing. I guess is the way to look at it. I know I need to get my fat butt out of this chair and get some exercise of some kind. No kidding. So it's cold enough there, Lou, that snow stayed light and powdery still? It's the weekend of the 8th, J Dog. The actual days are the 9th and the 11th. It's that Saturday and Sunday. Unless it's something like, single digits or whatever, I'm not going to go fishing when it's that cold. But as long as it's something in the 30s to 40s, yes, we're in. Be my big turning 60 birthday fishing. My 60th birthday. I never dreamed I'd be 60. Yeah, I talked to my cousin yesterday about it, and she's confirmed again. But she's also a blonde airhead, so I think she knows if she cancels that I'm probably not going to be real happy, and that she probably wouldn't want to ever see me again. So I don't think she'll cancel. I talked to the hospice people, and they have volunteers that uh, will come over and take care or hang out while you go somewhere, but they can only do it for a couple hours and they can't give them any medication. Well, heck, I gotta bring your Vaseline and batteries. I mean, fishing, pulling tackle box. Okay. I was going to bring the Kickstarter, but if you want the battery one, that's fine. Whatever is good for you, man. That's my birthday, Chad. I'll be 60. Really? Yeah, Uncle Lou, and that wind blowing, that snow will be everywhere. Hey, David Smith, good morning to you, sir. Hey, River Rat 3030, good morning. I did have to go buy a new digital thermostat. I got to put that on sometime today. And I suppose they're universal. I mean, I guess you can just interchange one for another one because it just got those 4 wires or whatever. You can tell I haven't changed many of them in my life. Uncle Lewis. Who you say hearing, not heading? J Dog and now she had J Dog's headed to the gym, man. He's getting buff. Oh. Yep, snow and ice. My snow right here, my rain right here is starting to turn, so it's gonna be like that here with some ice underneath the snow, which we were talking about a while back. What are you doing today, Sampy? Anything good? I gotta scroll back up here because I think I missed something. Where did it go? I'll tell you my eyes. I need new glasses. Oh, that's way back there. Okay, that's cool. Scroll down. It'd be nice if I could see these. I should put this on my TV next time. Then I can see what the little icons are right there for everybody's name. Because sometimes they look like something and I lean forward and I'm like, oh, that's what that is. You know, I noticed on StreamYard you don't have the little heart thing on where the chat text goes. Right in the storm out, waiting for the fallout on the full moon night and the Rocky Mountain winter. Little REO riding the storm out for you there. Yeah, Uncle Lou, it was raining and you can see it's turning into snow now. So I'm gonna have ice underneath that snow. I'm thinking, like I said, it will alter my plans for the day. Oh yeah, river rat. I'll bet, buddy. Nothing feel better than after a cold night outside, come home and crawl in bed and get all snuggled up under the blankets till it gets warm. Yep, I'm thinking I may take a nap today. I'm not gonna lie. I can't. There was something I needed to do, and I can't remember what it was. And when I get off here, I'll look around my desk and see if I can figure out what it was. Yeah, that snow's coming straight down, kinda. So I wonder if that wind must have laid down a little bit, or maybe it's in the process of changing from northeast to southwest or something. I don't know. Because I usually would turn the weather on one of my monitors on the PC, but that there's a noisy fan thing or something, so I can't turn it on when I'm live like this. And yes, I know the fans are only X amount of money on Amazon, but this one here is built into the component the best I can tell. And it's not the hard drive that it's built into, it's the component, whatever, in the PC up at the top. Nope. Oh. Curtis. Where's Curtis at? I don't see him nowhere. Where'd you see Curtis at, Uncle Lou? Are you talking Eric's Curtis? Yep. His show comes on at 9, doesn't it? We'll go off here in a little bit then. Because I'm not going to roll past his show. That's just not right. That's Fat Boy Eric. 8:53 a.m., 8 more to go. Dang, you're knocking them out, Eric. You better slow down driving so you can get into that overtime. Gig's not going out today. John's not going out today. Heck, it must suck in Florida as like it does here right now. But I did just notice I could look out there and see the little pond out there has been dry for 3 months now. It's got water in it, so we must have got a lot more rain the other day than I thought we did. That, or because there's nothing in the fields, the rain didn't have nothing sucking it up out of the water, so it flowed on down this way. That's Mom's phone. I think she's sleeping with it right by her head too, and she doesn't hear it. Oh, I gotta see what time does Double H. He comes on at 9 our time, doesn't he? So 5 minutes from now, I probably ought to get ready to wrap this up, I reckon, guys. Besides the fact I'm having trouble keeping my eyeballs open for some reason. Eric's Highway Adventures, I like that. Or Eric's Big Adventure. I think that was the play on my name on my sticker. Bugman's Big Catfishing Adventure or something like that was a play on Pee Wee Herman. I probably could have or should have at least checked my email while I was up already. I could have been missing an order coming in and not know it. Sometimes they come in on Fridays because the loan officers spent all week getting their packet together. Nope, don't see anything. Okay, that's cool. Uncle Double. Oh, that's scary. Uncle Double, or let's see, Lou Hook angling or fishing, Lou Hook fishing. Paint Creek is flowing. I imagine most of the creeks are flowing here right now. But I have to show Dad the day when he gets up that there's water in the pond again. Because before it went dry, there was some bluegills in there in the spring when I, first come out here and looked around, and then it went completely dry. So I suppose they're gone. I can restock it though. Sure, man. How do I do that? Can you put it? I don't know how I do that. You have to text it to me and I can see it, but I don't know if I can share it or not. I could maybe pull it up on my phone and show it like this or something if you hurry. Let me see if I grab my phone over here. Yep, send me the picture, J-Dog. And I assume you're talking about a picture of the Uncle Lou and double hook anglings. Baby. Oh, which way did we go? There we go. Hold on, let me get that where you can see it. That's the Uncle Lou and Double Hook's baby. Uncle Double Lou. Oh, we're gonna have to remember that. Uncle Double Lou. What's the shirt say? Hold on. Oh, can you jig it? Uncle Double Lou. Y'all got this Photoshop and everything down pat, don't you? I don't know how to do none of that stuff. No, I don't want to. Are you kidding me? It's going to do another update. Nope, we're not doing that update today, phone. Okay, back so I make sure. Yeah, you're probably in a little trouble today. That they could get you back too, so be careful. I'm pretty sure Uncle Lou could be conniving if he wants to be. Vote for Biden. That'll get you timed out in here, man. See, how do you do that? I wonder. All right. I don't. Oh yeah, here we go. That's how you do it. Hold on. Where's it at? Where? Oh, there it is. Here we go. See what happens. Put user in timeout. Here we go. No, I'm not going to put you in timeout. I'm too kind for that. You're lucky I'm a kind man. Okay. It's about that time, guys. I probably should jump off here and who? Oh, you talking about Uncle Lou? Yeah, we could push the gamut a little bit, but he may not talk to us again for a while. So that's your call. You send it, I show it. That's our agreement. If you send them, I show them. How's that sound? No worries. I understand. Bugman Wombo. Yes, that's about as close as you get to me, gig, because I don't know how to do none of that stuff. I don't know how to do Photoshop. I don't know how to add anything to this stuff here besides bringing people up. Because I don't know. Yeah, I suppose you got to sit around and work with it to learn how to do all that stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I'm too lazy to do it. Okay, Billy, I'll see you next Friday, bud. And with that, guys, it's time for Double Hook Show. Come on, let's all go learn how to do whatever it is they do. I don't use flies, so I don't ever plan on tying any. I don't use artificial bait for panfish anyway. Took off 30 people again. We'll work on that. You get what, mate, Uncle Lou? Wait, I missed something. He was here when you had that picture, didn't he? Where is it at? That. What are you talking about getting made, Uncle Lou? A wombo, or I don't even know how they do those. Oh, a picture like that. Yeah, I'm with you. I got no clue. I don't know why. I can't. I have a hard enough time just trying to edit a video down to make it into a short, and it takes me at least 20 minutes to do that. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it a day today. I keep saying that, but I probably should. I appreciate everybody coming up here and hanging out today and coming in the chat and hanging out. Because I honestly, when I started doing this, had no idea if anybody'd come and hang out or whatever, because it's not quite the professional polished show that these other people are. But what do you expect from me, man? I don't expect much more than that. And imminent goodness. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it.